You straight up cuckooed that dude, bro. Oh my God.
You've got all your Charger gear on because
Feeling fresh as hell.
Well, you guys better enjoy it. The fans loved it.
You have to love what you're seeing on tape if you're a Chargers fan, especially for the future with Justin Herbert.
On the move and throws and touchdown.
Do this together. Players, coaches, staff, fans, together we can create something truly special.
Stay tuned for some good content.
Hey guys,
Hi,
welcome
guys.
back to the Charger Chat. I'm your co-host Wolldog, sitting with my buddies Kev, Hug, and Duggan.
Gosh, Tootin', that was a good way to win a football game, kind of.
Let's not forget Cal, the coach, Duggan.
It's just happy. This is just a happy podcast. today.
Hercules,
So
Hercules,
happy.
Hercules.
Oh, folks, it's Victory Monday. We all walk around with a little
Strut.
pep in our step, a little bit more chipper on Mondays, especially after a game like that, a game that I really want to know what Kevin's heart rate was near the end of
Dude,
Okay,
did you
so
get the
it-
ratings?
Did you
It
get
went-
to triple digits?
So I've been sick, so it's been up a little bit.
Okay.
It went to 128
Dude,
on the
you
2-point
could've
conversion.
died.
Like, it was like, dude, are you sprinting? Are you doing wind sprints right now? Calm the down, Kevin. And I'm like, no, I will not. I'm sick, and we just won with a 2-point conversion.
Oh my God.
So, in honor of that, I would like to cheers you guys.
Yes, we've got our victory shots ready, folks.
Thanks, Jen Mills, for the shot glass.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Jim Mills,
Jen.
for the shot glass.
Cheers.
Cheers. Let's see how that treats my congestion, but it should be good.
All right, folks. Well, we've got a thick with 2 C's episode lined up for you.
I like it thick.
We've got
cannot
so
lie.
much to talk about, obviously. This hell of a game. We've got to check in with the Briskets because we all know they were abroad in Arizona.
I like that one.
We've got a fan focus lined up and an extra thick. All the meats. Ask Boltfam.
The Arby's
This
of
is,
Ask
yeah.
this is one of the
Boltfams.
bigger ones.
This
We
is
got
one of
the
the
meat.
we've got the meats, and this is just one of the biggest ones. And I can't
That's
wait
what
to
she
get
said.
to it. Oh, woohoo.
Heyo.
Let's start it off, though, looking over at Twitter, where Field Yates breaks down that last bit for us. Down 6 with 1:48 to go. Justin Herbert guides the Chargers to a game-winning drive after going 7 for 8 with a touchdown pass and a successful 2-point conversion to take the 25-24 lead and win the game. The noted social media quarterback threw for 274 yards and 3 touchdowns today.
But I love how he called out. Was it Acho?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
just like-
everybody's calling him.
we
out.
didn't
He's
get to-
such
we
a
didn't get to-
tool.
we didn't get to talk about that yet because we recorded our episode so early last week, our second
right.
episode.
Yes. Yeah. That was our
What a
Thanksgiving one.
dumb take. Like in
Oh, it's the
every
worst.
way. Well, you can't get on him for being the check down guy and then get on him for being the social media quarterback. Like those don't go together. If he was a social media quarterback, he would be doing the no look Pat Mahomes, throw the ball downfield every play guy.
Right.
That's just like the worst, most like no effort put into it take that I've ever heard.
Yes.
He's
He just
clearly
looks-
never watched a Charger game.
It's one of those ones where like you say stuff to poke us or poke a fan base, but you got to do it in a smart way. He
No.
said something so stupid that
Yeah.
even
No,
Field Yates is making fun of him.
Yeah,
Field
dude, it's like-
Yates isn't a Charger.
Even Dan Orlovsky's making fun of him.
you know you
Yeah,
know
yeah,
when
yeah.
Dan
messed up.
Orlovsky's on you.
Yeah.
You know?
Here's the problem. These guys are responsible for having hot takes on 32 teams.
Of course.
They don't watch all the game. Like they cannot physically watch every game.
Yeah.
So this was his hope. This was his shot in the dark that he might be right and that no one would call him out for it. And it was so bad.
Yeah.
Like so bad. That's the worst take I've ever heard is that he's
Yeah.
a social media quarterback.
I really hope at some point they run into each other. And you know how Justin kind of avoids stuff? Like I want
Mhm.
Acho to go up to him and he just does his like avoid social media and walk away.
Or
Just
get,
somebody
or
to
get a selfie.
Capture that.
Be
Yeah.
like, hey, this is for socials.
Yeah.
Get a selfie
Hey,
with him.
For socials.
I never post, but this is for you, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even the Chargers had to respond to that when they played a video that showed him making that take. And I love how they were just cutting to all the different
Yeah.
guys that were sitting with him. And they're just like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. They're like, oh God.
Okay. If that's, so yeah, I mean, obviously again, going back to this game, looking back at this game, I mean, I could only watch the highlights. Did either of you guys rewatch the game in any capacity, or?
I watched the fourth quarter again just because I kind of forgot every little thing.
Yeah, that was the best part. Yeah,
I couldn't watch that first quarter again.
The first quarter was so rough, man.
So bad. Yeah, that was some really bad football.
I mean, I think we only had like 18 total yards in the first quarter.
We just weren't. It's just so weird. We've had games where we came out looking awesome, and then not adjusting, and we're doing the opposite now. Where we're coming out looking like crap and adjusting. So I can't put my finger on it. I think it has so much to do with the personnel, man. Like the Rocky personnel. I think that's it. They just can't figure out who they're going to play and what they're going to, how they're going to attack people. And then even Justin said in one of his interviews after this, he's like, they came out in something we weren't prepared for.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's easier to stop this offense with the wide receiving core we have right now.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah, it's a tale of two different sides of the ball. I mean, like we saw Keenan Allen get his first touchdown of the season, which again we talked about it on the instant reaction, but that's so amazing that it took week 12 for us to finally get Keenan Allen some points on the board. We saw DeAndre Carter get wide open. That felt like a Mike Williams like pass. Like that would have been a Mike Williams role of like finding a way to just get so wide open like that.
Yeah, shout out to Josh Kelly for the blitz pickup that he had on that, because that opened up everything. Because that's why I think DC was so open, is because they blitzed a DB off of that edge, which then you vacate a zone by doing that. So, but if you don't pick it up, it doesn't matter if you vacate a zone. So Kelly was able to get out there, just get a little chip on him. That's why Justin was able to step up and find that open spot in the field. So
nice. That
was huge. I mean, having Kelly back, hopefully we get Mike Will back this week for Raider week. It's just, it feels like it's headed in the right direction.
Yeah. And then Austin Eckler getting his touchdown at the end there. I mean, the one thing when I rewatched the highlights and showing some of the big plays, the offense, when guys were getting the ball, like Josh Palmer and Austin Eckler, guys were fighting for more yards. Like after the catch, like they're getting hit, but they're still moving forward. They're still fighting for more yards. And I love to see that. That is just such a definition of this team, especially for the offense. These guys just pushing with every fiber of their being to try to get the points, get the yardage, get the first downs. And obviously it paid off in this last game. And then the 2-point conversion. The Chargers showed the practice. They practiced the play. They showed the practice footage, and then the actual play. It's just like, it's perfect. It's perfect. That's exactly what needed to happen.
Crazy too. Those last couple drives, we didn't have Lindsley in there, and we were still able to execute. Like, we have guys that are capable now. If nothing else, we're creating a whole bunch of backups for next year.
They have playing time.
Super backups.
They got plenty of reps now.
Yeah. So it's just, I'm glad to see like Clapp be able to step in and hold his own to a certain extent. They felt like as soon as Clapp got in, they're like, all right, it's time to dial this shit up. Let's turn this up to 11.
Bringing everybody.
Yeah. But then, Kelly steps in, makes a big block, like the running backs chipped and, held their own to keep, Justin's so elusive. He can get out of pretty much anything. You know what I mean? It's only when he steps up into the pocket a little too much is when he gets sacked most of the time. If he kind of rolls out, he's usually pretty good. But he was pretty fantastic in this game.
He was.
Yeah, I have a couple just as we like recap the game.
Yes.
Now that I've sat on it for a little bit. My one frustration with Lombardi after the first quarter, I think we all had some frustrations. It was like, what is going on?
Everything, not one specific person.
Everything was
pissing
life.
me off. Yeah.
For me, what was so frustrating was this zone scheme blocking. Bottom line, we can't do it. That's just a fact. We cannot block a zone scheme. Stop doing the tosses that are zoned to then cut back inside. Stop it. Just stop it. When we do our power running game, we pick up a couple of yards. And I'm okay, honestly, moving into a scheme. We don't run the ball. Our runs are those little swing passes to Eckler in open space. That is a run. Herbert can go 7 for 7, just like handing a ball off. So that is our running game. That's how you draw people in, suck them in. And then every once in a while, it's almost like instead of you got to establish the run so that you can pass, we're almost flipping that. I feel like our offense needs to be, we throw the ball so effective that we set up the run. Like that's what it has to be, because we cannot just show up and run the ball on any team in the NFL. It's been proven over and over again. So it's just like maybe when we get all of our weapons back and they have to respect the threat that we have, maybe then it will open things up. But for now, it's like pass first. When we throw the ball 47 times a game, it's like that should be like, oh, holy cow, that's a lot. But you take out like Austin Eckler caught 11 balls. None of them were downfield.
It's 11 rushes.
So that's 11 rushes. You know, it's like that's really what it's got to be.
And then on the defensive side, I mean, obviously Derwin James killing it, getting the forced fumble, getting the interception.
That forced fumble
wrecking ball.
Oh my God. He willed that. I've never seen somebody will a strip fumble into existence. He got both hands on it and just
ripped.
It was so
grip it
great.
and rip it, baby.
Well, he also went cover 0 man to man with DeAndre Hopkins, no safety help over the top, and picked it.
Yeah.
Kyler Murray, get his interview like schematically we weren't in, but no, that was a terrible ball. You made a bad decision. You're in cover 0. You have DeAndre Hopkins man to man with Derwin James. You should be able to complete the pass.
Right. You've got DeAndre Hopkins, you've got Hollywood Brown, and you've got AJ Green as your wide receivers.
In cover 0, like you should find a way to get the ball to one of those. And we have Derwin James as a safety. He's not a corner. Right. He's not a slot. He's a safety. Man to man against.
He's everything.
He's everything.
But that's why he's so elite is because you can put him man to man. DeAndre Hopkins is one of the best wide receivers in the NFL.
Right. Yeah.
And you put him, you have enough confidence to say, yeah, Derwin, go lock him up on this 4th down. We're not going to have any help over the top. Good luck. And he goes and gets a pick. That's crazy.
And big shout out to Mike Davis, the guy that got the only sack the entire game, and also was able to put it away at the very last play of the game, knocking the ball away. A guy that was questionable to play.
Yeah.
You know, obviously the guy stepped up big in that game.
Clutch.
And did what he needed to do. So a lot of big moments, obviously a big roller coaster event, but we got through it. And again, winning it in a fashion of a 2-point conversion, a make or break play. Like again, folks, those that aren't aware, like you don't catch that ball, the game's over and you lost.
I had confidence it was going to happen, guys. But honestly, when it happened, I was like when he went devil horns and it was just like,
you talking me too.
Oh my God. I don't like, we're so close. Like, I don't know. I was slipping a little bit. You know what I mean? Like having nothing but confidence like I did at the beginning of the year. But I'm glad Coach still has nothing but confidence. That's why I'm a fan and not a coach. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, we saw moments again. I mean, I tweeted to you guys, like there was a moment where it was 4th down and you could see Herbert staying on the field. It was like Herbert wants to go for this.
Yeah.
And if this was 2021, we probably would have seen him go for it. I don't know what the difference has been this year as far as not going for it on 4th down. We've obviously done it a few times, but it felt like last year it was like every 4th down, like we're going for it. Like we trust our guys to do it.
Well, we have a freaking special teams now with the sick.
I know
punter.
Special teams was great. They were kicking balls inside.
Look at that
10.
4th quarter. We pinned them inside the 15 every punt.
Yeah.
And then the defense, you saw how different our defense was when you have them in a place where you could really dial up the pressure.
Right.
We look like a totally different defense. And we're going to look at this later in the outline, but Coach talking about how he's scheming stuff. We're capable of doing that every play, but then you open yourself up to big plays.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'd love, let's keep pinning them, dude.
Yeah.
And also another thing I wanted to bring up, which I was thinking about during this game, was like just how that 4th quarter worked out with like how quickly we turned stuff over, just the amount of time that kind of got whittled back and forth and who had the ball, the possession at a certain time. I like the 4 possessions earlier. I was like, oh shit, we got to win here because we're not going to get the ball back. But then there was like 2 more. Like I felt like everything in that game played out perfectly for us to end with a 2-point conversion and that's 15 seconds.
The exact opposite of what happened last week because against the Chiefs, Justin had a game-winning 4th quarter drive and went down and scored a touchdown like he did. Yeah. It's just there was way too much time on the clock and Patrick Mahomes responded.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like that was the only difference between last week and this week's game-winning drive is there was no time left. And it worked out perfectly in our favor that there was just no time left on the clock.
Yeah. Yeah. Just a hell of a game. Obviously, one for the books. Might be the contender for the best game of the season so far as how we won and how we finished it.
Just come back. I don't know about best game. That first quarter was the worst football I've seen in a long time.
It really was. And that's why it was so scary in the 4th. Yeah. I mean, you look at the 4th quarter, like you were saying,
dominant.
Like, it was just like all you could do is think about like, well, we haven't played well up to this point. Like, how are we going to win this? How are we going to put this game away? And fourth quarter, everything came alive. The offense came alive. The defense came alive. And we put it to bed.
And just had great field position that whole fourth quarter.
The whole time,
it was.
Yeah. Looking further at some newsworthy stuff, it's been tweeted out by multiple sources, but coming from the man himself, Joey Bosa, put on his Instagram, and to everyone wondering when I'm coming back, I'm doing everything in my power to get myself ready to play. Hurts to not be out there. It's a slow process, but going really well. So hang with me.
Excuse me. First of all,
hang with me with an exclamation point. Too.
Yes.
So weeks. He's not coming back this week.
No.
I think he's not coming back next week.
Okay.
The third week. So who do we play then? Should memorize.
Titans.
It's the Dolphins and then the Titans.
Yeah. I don't think I would love to have him for the Dolphins, like really bad.
Oh, yes, that would be amazing. To have
but I don't think we're getting him for Raider week.
This is just gut. This is just based on gut.
Gut, just the way he said that. The fact that he's talking about it right now means he's closer than he's close. He's a couple weeks out. I just don't think it's this week.
Yeah, I wish it was this week. Obviously, it's Raider week, and we want to see him come back there and just put Derek Carr in the dirt. But yeah, make him cry, shed a few more tears. But doesn't look like it's going to be this week. But for him to say that it's going really well and hang with him, obviously, is all signs are pointing towards him coming back at some point this year.
I'm just that kitten hanging on the branch.
Got to hang in there, baby.
I'm hanging in there, Joey. I'm not going anywhere, baby.
I think he's back Dolphins week. I think one more week.
Next week.
I like it. Either way, those are going to be two big games.
Close.
Like Dolphins and the Titans, those are the two guys that are the two teams
those
really
are the two
that
biggest games left.
We've got to win those games. I mean, we got to win every game, but those are the two, like, we've got to try to do something with those two teams. So yeah, to have him back for both of those games would be it would be really nice.
God, please.
Let's see. Everyone has been talking about air yards for Justin Herbert for weeks now. Here's what Next Gen Stats said about this game. Next Gen Stats tweeted out Justin Herbert averaged a career low 3.8 yards per attempt in the Chargers' 25-24 victory over the Cardinals. Herbert faced a season high 39.2% pressure rate, but completed 12 of 16 passes for 107 yards and a touchdown when pressured, plus 9.7 CPOE, whatever the hell that means.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, great.
But I put this in here just because it's interesting, because Coach talked about this specifically and why he doesn't look at it the way we're all looking at it.
Sure.
And it made a lot of sense to me. So I wanted to throw this in there so you could see Next Gen say, oh, look at us. We're not even throwing the ball. Like, what the hell? Yeah. And then Coach said this.
Okay. And then following up on Kevin's thought there, here's what Coach Staleys said about this exact topic in his Monday press conference. You've heard me say it a lot that the design of the play and then the result of the play are two different things. When a team is playing a too deep safety zone or some type of shell coverage where there are 7 guys that are deep into coverage and you have something that is designed to go deep down the field, then you have to check it down. That's going to take away your air yards, which is a real popular topic here, air yards, which is one of the remarkable new concepts to football. Did I detect some sarcasm in there?
A little bit.
When you check it down, that is going to obviously take your air yards down. When you
do this a little more, keep doing it, but be a little more
when
sarcastic.
You throw an RPO, run pass option, it's going to take your air yards down. But the result is that you're trying to move the chains. We're living that movie right now. I thought that our team did enough yesterday offensively to win. Certainly in the passing game for Justin Herbert to have 47 attempts and no turnovers yesterday, fumbles or interceptions. Those are the statistics that really matter in winning and losing.
He should have you go
Next
up there.
question.
He just writes down what he wants said, and then you go.
He says it in his ear, and then he delivers it.
Yes.
Yeah, you can be his press secretary, like at the White House. You just say it translated on the go.
Side note:
Yes.
CPOE, completion percentage over expected.
Yes.
So he's completing more, even on these short little passes. He's still completing 10% more passes than is expected of the short underneath stuff. So he's
Got it.
still performing at an extremely high level.
Well, yeah,
and
I mean, he's getting
completing
pressured
passes.
almost 50% of the time. Like that's to be expected. So yeah, 3.8 air yards. Again, when the coverage, when all the guy, but basically what he's saying is like when everybody's covered downfield, like what is he supposed to do? He's got to check it down. He has to do that
and not turn the ball over.
Yeah,
check it down.
yeah.
So
It's
you don't
more
just throw
important
it
to
up
get
there.
some yardage than to risk turning the ball over.
100%.
And then when the shots are there, he's taking them. That
right? Yeah, DeAndre Carter
touchdown.
Yeah,
it was a 33-yard touchdown pass. You know, like when it's there, we're taking the shots. It's just you're not going to force it downfield and create turnovers and put yourself in an even worse spot. So the air yards is kind of a bogus stat.
Well,
I don't know.
if you look at 3.8 air yards, that's actually pretty good considering he throws it 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage like half the time. You know what I mean?
Right.
We should average this out on like a weighted scale kind of thing, maybe.
Kevin still wants a good air stat. He still cares.
Extra next gen. I'm going to start a new Twitter
next
account.
gen.
Extra
Next gen
gen
plus.
Yeah. Next gen plus.
All right. Well, looking at the injury report, we saw Corey Linsley go out and Trey Pipkins. Daniel Popper tweeted out Corey Linsley is in concussion protocol, and Trey Pipkins aggravated the MCL injury in his left knee, per Brandon Staley.
Well, hopefully,
right.
Corey
Yeah,
Linsley's okay. We need him so bad this week. We cannot lose to the Raiders.
Yeah. I don't know what play it was that Corey Linsley went down. I'd be curious to see like what the actual event was that put him in concussion protocol.
Yeah, it's like, dude, you're a center. This is how far you're hitting people.
Right. Yeah.
You know, it's
so I
unless
would be
you
curious.
fell to the ground and smashed your coconut, which I'm not doubting that it happened. It's just,
No,
it
but
must
I mean,
have been
there
a
was
weird
no
one-off situation.
Yeah, there was no moment of like camera showing like him like being woozy or slow to get up or anything like that. We never saw that.
He's a dude. But they even asked Coach in the Monday presser, like, did you know when it happened? He's like, we're still looking at it. We're not sure, but we have an idea.
Wow.
So it's nothing they can pinpoint. It's just something odd. So the fact that it wasn't like this big thing where he got knocked on the ground and he was just like,
they were worried about him. They put him in protocol. Hopefully he doesn't have.
Well, somebody had to have
okay
seen something then. If they're not even aware what play had happened, somebody had to see something. He must have been like, you know,
well, he came
it's
out with
1920
symptoms.
or something like that. Like,
he probably just came out. It's like, yeah, I got my bell rung and my head hurts type of thing potentially. And
they're not going to let you play
when you're playing, you don't always remember when, like what exact play happened. That it could just be a long, continuous throughout the game thing. So he's in protocol. It doesn't mean he has a concussion. It just means that they're looking at him and to see if any symptoms continue type of thing.
Yeah. Hopefully we do
like,
get him back.
It's like in high school, we had concussion protocol where you have to go like 2 days, no contact, no running. And then you have 1 day of light conditioning, another day of like serious conditioning. And then you can have contacts and if none of the symptoms come back, then you're clear to play. So that's
I wonder what the percentage is of like offensive linemen that don't make it out of concussion protocol the following week versus other skilled positions. Because I feel like
significantly different.
Offensive linemen are just like, I don't know, there's an element of offensive linemen that are bred to be tough and never do this.
Yeah, but there's also an element now of you don't mess around with your head. Yeah.
Scary stuff. Yeah.
Right.
But I think it's still bred into these guys. Like that's, you know, he's a veteran. So hopefully he's okay. We need him back and hopefully he's okay.
Looking at some Staley quotes here on improving in run defense. Staley said, we had to tackle better yesterday. We certainly missed some tackles that contributed to some big gains, or bigger gains, I should say. It's just playing team defense. Yesterday, our tackling on the perimeter was at the heart of a lot of the plays. I think that they were trying to get the ball to the perimeter. I thought that our fits inside were fine. The balls were on the edge. That's where we got hurt yesterday. Then certainly the quarterback running, that's going to impact your run yardage total when he runs for 56 yards. He had the one designed run at the beginning of the second half, which is kind of like a schemed run. Hats off to them. Good scheme. But your total is going to be impacted that way. Then with Cardinals running back James Conner, I think that there were 3 runs there that contributed to bigger gains that we just didn't tackle very well at the point of attack.
I think Staley and this defense really, really notices what everyone's saying about how this run defense is playing, and
they
how
can't not notice it. Yeah,
I think they take pride. He's never addressed this specifically like this before. Like the way he said that, like in reference to like, you know, we're fully aware that we're not happy about this, and you know, I just get a different vibe now. Some of these.
There's a little bit more of a detailed answer. with some like supporting evidence of guys back off. Like I know what I'm doing. I know we have to do better, but this is I know what the issue is. That's the kind of feeling you get.
Like a spouse that's been telling you to like fix something, and you're like, I know it's broken. Give me a minute.
Yeah. I'm on it.
If I could just go to Home Depot and get that duct tape. Jesus, Marge.
Let's see. Staley on more broadly and more philosophically detailing the run defense. You have to assess each matchup. Philosophically, it's going to be about the matchup and where you feel like the matchup is within the game. When you take a look at Arizona, they have like 5 first-round receivers on their team. So you have to look at the matchups both ways. You just know that it takes a lot of 5-yard runs to equal a 40-yard pass, and you have to start with that premise. It will always be that way. Now, where I've been, where we've been number 1 in the NFL and top 10 in the NFL, then both places are working well at the same time. I think that when you suffer some attrition, obviously things change from a personnel perspective. You have to go into the game and play that game the way that you need to play it. We need to play better up front in the run game, and that's all 11 guys. Yesterday, we held them to 190 yards throwing it with all of those receivers and that quarterback, Kyler Murray, out there. Broadly, if you take a look at the NFL and run defense in terms of where everyone is ranked and what they give up, the disparity between run yards and passing yards is huge. If you're the 24th ranked run defense versus the 24th ranked pass defense, go look at the difference. That's what it is in the NFL. And that's the same way on offense. No one talks about run offense. If you're top 5 in the NFL in passing, but let's say you're bottom 5 in running, you're always going to gain a lot more yards than a team that runs for a lot and doesn't throw for very many.
He was bringing
This is detailed evidence. Yeah, like this is my philosophy is I don't give a crap how much you run. I'm going to force you to go all the way down the field, 8 yards, 5 yards, all the way down and not make a mistake. I dare you not to have a holding penalty. I dare you not to fumble. It's going to happen, but I'm not going to give you the 40-yard one play
chunk plays.
Although we've given up several 40-yard run plays as well.
Sure. Yeah.
But his philosophy is beat me with the run. You're not going to beat me with big passing plays. And with that philosophy holds up. Like, yeah, Connor had a good game, but he's not a great running back. Like they haven't had a huge, so it's like make them beat you with what they're not good at, and they weren't able to do it. Well, don't let them beat you throwing the ball down the field they have, Rondale Moore is a 2nd round pick. You don't even hear about him in that offense.
Right.
You have AJ Brown, DeAndre Hopkins, like Robbie Anderson now. It's like they're just so stacked everywhere.
And look what we did. Like I think this helps me a little bit more with because I just having the concept of what this defense is going to look like helps me a lot more. So I'm not guessing.
Watching the game, you're not upset.
I'm not going to be, because I know that this is the plan. Now that I know, I've heard him say this via Adam. Thank you, Adam. Now that I've heard it, now I can put this into perspective when I'm watching the game. So I'm going to prepare myself for more 6-7 yard runs. More of those are going to come because we're protecting, especially against these quarterbacks with great wide receivers.
Right.
Those games are going to look different than some of the games where we shut down, didn't we shut down the Browns? We played really well against them on their run defense. It's because they had Brisket at quarterback. So I think you look at that and then you can understand, and then it's easier to frame. If I'd had this in the first quarter, watching the first quarter of last week, I probably would not have, had so many new gray hairs pop up on my beard.
You hear that, Staley? You need to email Kevin your game plan.
Yeah.
If
or
you want
just
to
your
save his life,
I'm happy to run a newsletter for you. If you want to just text me your thoughts on here's what not to get stressed out about, I'm happy to share it with everyone I know.
No, you can't do that. Then the other team will know. That's the worst thing.
No, Staley private DMs. We'll get on a big, giant 5,000 person DM train, and we'll just let that go. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Well, was Staley saying this in a press conference? I mean, do you feel like he showed his hand, or do you feel like
that's what every team does? Like you look at Bill Belichick, he's gonna take away what you're best at. He will take away your best, like whatever you think you're good at. That's what he's going to put all of his attention to stopping and make you beat him with what you're not good at. That's just general scheme of strategy. So Yeah, I don't think that's like showing his hand. I think that's just like I'm sick of the media tearing me apart for being the 32nd run defense. I need to explain why that's happening and why I'm not as worried about it as you guys.
Yeah.
I'd rather be the 32nd ranked run defense and have a top 10 passing defense. That's where I'm at. That's what I want. He's like he said, we should do better still, but we're giving up 20 points a game. I'm okay with that.
Right.
Let's get Joey back and we'll see what that 32 looks like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's going to change a lot.
Get it up to 30.
At least 30. That'd be great.
And then Staley finally on Charger fans traveling and the impact that their presence has. Staley said it was significant. I am not blown away anymore by it because I think you guys that were in Atlanta 3 weeks ago, when we went to Atlanta, there was a huge contingent. I know that when we took the lead, there was just that chant that came out of the Atlanta game. I think what is awesome about our brand and our fan base is that you know that it is growing because it is going everywhere. It's going on an East Coast game in Atlanta, a daytime game. It's going to Arizona. You really see that powder blue. It's hard to miss when you go to an opposing stadium. I know that we had it at Houston. That is another game that stood out. I mean, shoot, when I was back home at Cleveland, you saw a bunch of powder blue. Means a lot, and I think that our fans are seeing how we play, hopefully, and falling in love with all of our players. There are a lot of great players to root for. Hopefully, they know how much we appreciate them.
We love you.
We love you, Coach.
We love you
so much.
Love you, Coach. Yeah, I think the Brisket Broads being extra loud helps a little bit too.
Yeah, apparently they were on TV. I totally
they're going to be on
missed
TV
it.
every game moving forward.
Game,
They're killing it. So,
Come on.
but just hearing how loud it gets, hearing how
You
loud
could
it
hear
gets.
it, absolutely, yeah.
You can hear it. Being at that Chiefs game, I know it was a home game. I don't ever remember drowning out and making them go silent count as much as they have done recently, especially the Chiefs. You know what I mean? Because their fan base always shows up. We were louder and had more than they did. It was just, it's so great. This time last year, we were talking a totally different scenario where people were still making fun of us, still saying we didn't have any fan base, all of that. And look at us now, 1 year later. It's a completely different scenario. And everyone that's going to games, keep it up. Whoever's listening to this that is going to games, keep it up. Because this is just, it's helping the team. That clearly helped. You gave them a little surge last game
feel it.
when we got loud.
Yeah.
You could feel it. You know, you helped them stay in it.
Absolutely, yeah. If the coach recognizes it, then you know it's having an impact.
Game represents game, baby.
We
Let's
got
go.
you, Coach.
Yeah, we
That's
got you,
right.
Coach.
And we've got a Patreon. If you're not aware of that, you can go on over to our patreon.com/chargerchat and check out some of the cool videos that we've put up over there, some exclusive videos. And we always want to shout out some of the new Patreon members. We've got 2 new guys. We've got Big Daddy Ruiz and Michael Perez.
That's right.
2 new Patreons. Thank you, guys.
Welcome, boys.
Welcome to
Welcome
the
to
team.
the party, pal.
So yeah, if you want to go check it out, patreon.com/chargerchat. And if you're not into that, that's A-okay. You can go on over to chargerchat.com. Check out all the cool stuff we've got over there. T-shirts, hoodies, stickers. You can chat it up with other Charger Chatteteers in our members section and ask questions and Ask Boltfam. So go check out chargerchat.com. All right, it's time to go on to the next segment, arguably our favorite newest segment.
I can't wait for this.
I can't wait to see what we've got. It's time for Brisket Abroads. Take it away.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Well, there's no place they wouldn't try to hang out with Justin and his squad. Get ready to hear their positive thoughts. It's time for Brisket Abroad.
Hey everybody.
Hey guys.
Welcome to what it feels like to be a winner.
Oh man. Hey Kyle and Kevin and Adam and
everyone.
Mom and Dad,
Cousins.
Cooper.
Okay, let's stop the shenanigans. We got a lot to tell you guys about. Holy cow, we'll try and keep it under 30 minutes. To start it off, we drove from San Diego to Phoenix.
There's just so many interesting things between San Diego and Phoenix, you guys.
Wow, look at some of them. And if you ever happen to visit that particular gas station with a helicopter on top of it, say hi to Colton for us. He's a big-time Chargers fan. We also saw...
Oh, they were filming Mad Max Fury Road 2.
It's not a good video.
Pretty sure, because why else would there be all these dune buggies? We saw some windmills. Anyways, we're wasting time.
We didn't stay at the same hotel as the players this time, but we still had a lot of fun.
This is a game day, got nourished, had some avocado toast, and waited for our Uber. So much fun.
We had some great conversation with our Uber driver.
Yeah.
For mapping, the actual Waymos that actually drive around and actually pick up people are only in Chandler. And I imagine that these Jaguar Waymos are going to be at least...
Then we went to the tailgate.
We got to see so many friends.
What a surprise. The tailgate was a freaking great time.
How you feeling, Karen? I feel great, finally! Was that at the tailgate? Yeah.
And now we know where Austin Eckler learned how to play air guitar. From Jen.
Wow. Rock out, Jen. So we left our tailgate to check out what the Cardinals had going
Yeah,
on.
what's the competition like?
Yeah, I shared a magical moment with this shark remote control car. Kind of weird.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts. Lately, there's been a lot of criticism about Joe Lombardi, and sometimes you're too close to a situation to really see what's going on. And so we decided to take a step back.
I decided to ask the Cardinals fans who they thought the best offensive coordinator was in all of the league. And this is what they said.
Joe Lombardi.
All right, Joe Lombardi.
Yeah, Joe Lombardi.
Joe Lombardi. Joe Lombardi.
Wow, these guys know what's up. They know what's up.
Oh my gosh, they're like really big Joe Lombardi fans.
That was insane.
The Cardinals fans also were really big fans of the Chargers.
We asked them who they thought was going to win this game, and this is what they said.
Who do you think is going to win this game?
Chargers for sure.
Chargers? Yeah, she said the Chargers are going to win!
Yeah. Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers are going to win! That's right!
Not Kansas.
Chargers?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, Chargers are the
That guy
best.
Justin Herbert.
Who do you guys think's going to win today? Cardinals! Chargers.
We suck.
No.
The sad thing about that is some of them did legitimately answer the Chargers. That wasn't a trick.
Yeah, quite a few.
So.
And they were right, so they're probably also right about Joe Lombardi.
What did you think of the stadium, Mary?
I thought the stadium was super weird. It looked like what people thought the future would look like in the 80s.
The future? That's what I think the future will look like. The future will look like a big donut.
A big metal donut.
Yeah, it definitely made me think of a donut and made me want to eat a donut. So then I was kind of mad. So I'm like, where are my donuts?
Yeah.
And then the actual inside stadium is cool, whatever. The roof was closed when we got in there in the stadium, and we got to see it open.
This is the first game we've gone to where we've been right behind where the players sit. So that was pretty cool.
It was so cool.
They're like so close, you guys.
The whole freaking time. The whole freaking time we could say stuff and they could hear it.
Yeah, they'd pretend not to hear it, but come on.
Yeah. We yelled hi to Alohi, and he did the wave back of recognition.
Ladies and gentlemen, to honor America.
That's all we want.
So beautiful. We just want them to wave and smile at us and be as happy to see us as we are to see them.
We got to see Justin hug a lot of people.
Oh my gosh, we watched Justin hug so many people, and we just wanted to be one of those people.
We weren't.
Okay, snack time.
Kyle.
There weren't too many weird things at this stadium. We even asked a random Cardinals fan walking by, like, hey, what's like the quintessential weird stadium food thing here? And he's like, there's not really anything. It's all pretty bad, he said.
And once again, the Cardinals fans don't lie. What do we have?
We got nachos.
And somehow they were worse than the nachos at Levi Stadium.
I mean, they weren't worse. They were just like, we're like, oh, let's get the Tostitos nachos. And it was just a bag of Tostitos chips and then your basic nacho cheese.
We also got the Philly cheesesteak.
Mm-hmm. Which also had nacho cheese on it.
It was not good.
It was a mess. I feel bad even showing you the footage of us eating this food.
It was gross.
Kyle, you're going to ask us to stop eating stadium food just because you don't want to see us eating the stadium food. Before the game, we were talking with Jen and Karen, and Jen was like, if they have anything on a stick, you should get it. So they did have some stuff on a stick, and it was actually not bad.
It was fancy.
They had
strawberries and brownies.
On a stick.
Oh, yeah, on a stick.
Yeah.
And they also had
frozen cheesecake on a stick. I guess maybe because it's easier to eat. I'm not sure why it was frozen, though.
They should have put the cheesesteak on a stick, to be honest. That would have been easier.
Mary didn't realize that the cheesecake was frozen, as you can tell.
They're frozen! Look at my mouth! It's supposed to be frozen!
There was one winner in the stadium food sampling. We really like the nuts.
Yeah, they had some good nuts. Spice nuts for the win, you guys.
We could smell it as soon as we came into the stadium. We're like, what's that glorious smell? And it was the nuts. There were a lot of fun game moments. Here's some of them.
There's not much to do in the desert, so you gotta do mattress races.
Justin Herbert was at the game.
Justin Herbert!
One of the really cool things about sitting where we were sitting is you could almost hear what they were saying when they were sitting on the bench. What do you think he said?
Did you guys watch The Voice last night? Are you guys?
That's an inside joke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, another thing during this game, everyone was obsessed with this bike.
First and 10.
It's probably like a group gift. Someone got him a Peloton for Christmas.
We'll close it out with this freaking gem of a moment. That's what hand you used?
I had the camera in my right hand, so I touched him with my left hand.
High five. Woo! 2 5s equals a 10, baby. I guess there's not much more to say except Brian wanted to share this with the world.
And how do you feel about Justin Herbert?
I love him.
Aw, thanks, Brian. Well, we'll see you guys next week. The game will probably be even more crazy because it'll be in Las Vegas and we'll be playing a bunch of criminals.
Love you all.
Brisket Abroad.
I'm tired. I'm laughing so much.
I'm kind of sick, and laughing triggers my coughing. It's coughing so much.
I don't know what's gonna kill him: Brisket Broads, Brisket Abroad, or Justin Herbert. Which one's gonna take Kevin down?
Okay, we need to know, guys. They should have their own channel. They're wasting their time on here.
Oh my
this
God.
is so good.
Yeah.
I think we need to pull these out and make them their own little bonus things. I
Yeah.
think we have to. It's got to happen.
We'll keep them in ours because I don't want it to go away.
Oh my God.
But then you have your, it needs to be seen more.
Oh God, your voices and the Brisket Broads, you
The
guys.
cuts are so like, it has a very like.
It's a heavyweight
and,
fight.
Hey, girls, if that food is not good for your body, you don't have to keep eating it. That I'm not gonna lie though.
You should almost
it's
hurt
for
her
the
mouth
greater
on the
good.
on the cheesecake.
Those desserts looked pretty good. Like now I know if I go to that stadium, I'll eat at the tailgate and I'll have dessert and nuts while I'm in the stadium.
Lots of nuts.
You know? Yeah, I'll have a light lunch and then
This
go.
is
Now
the-
I know. I wouldn't have known that if the Broads wouldn't have sacrificed themselves.
Yeah.
And I didn't know about the Peloton membership that the Chargers had. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Kev's a big
They
Peloton.
were
looks so-
obsessed with this bike.
Oh my God, I'm not gonna be able to make it through this episode.
I love how genuine these ladies are. They
Holy
are
shit.
just what you get is them. It is the Brisket Abroads. God bless you, ladies. You are
So good.
Everything
you're the highlight of this episode continuously. So
Yeah.
thank you for going to
and
Arizona.
you touched it.
You got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the best. You
And they
got
put
to, you
their
got to
they put
touch 'em.
theirs together to make it 10.
Yeah, two
I love-
fives make it 10, baby.
Yeah.
And
And I agree. Was it Brian? I love him.
I
I love
also
him too.
love him.
I love him so much.
I love him
I
so
love
much.
He got very like innocent and
Very
emotional.
listless, just like, oh.
He just was
I love
melting into his answer.
Yeah.
It just hugged so many people. Go watch. Yeah, if you go watch it on YouTube, if you're
Please,
only
yeah, if you're
to it,
listening to
missing
this,
it.
Yeah,
just-
if you're listening, it's not doing it justice.
I'm not saying you have to
no,
listen or watch the whole thing, but
there's
watch
a
the Brisket
timestamp
Broads.
in the
yes.
description.
Yeah.
Just go hit the Brisket
Find the
Broad
timestamp.
segment and then come back
Just
to the
find the
normal audio.
timestamp. Yeah, it is.
Oh boy.
So good.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
All right. Well, let's collect ourselves and go on to the next segment. It is Fan Focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Going to the Great White North. Bum, 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 bum.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land.
That's all I got. All right, guys, we are back with another Fan Focus, and we are super excited to have Julien from Montreal. What is going on, Julien?
Hey, man. How's it going, Kevin?
Oh, I'm good, man. Victory Mondays we're recording this on Monday. There's nothing quite like I know, dude. Meeting somebody for the first time after a victory is just amazing. So it's my pleasure. I'm so excited to meet you. And then let's kick this bad boy off. How did you become a Charger fan?
So I'm from Canada. So football is not the main sport around here. So it's not like very common to be a football fan, but my dad's been avid Broncos fan.
Okay.
All his life. So I remember being very young, him and my mother just watching football and making like picks every game to see who would do the worst chores around the house. So
nice.
Yeah, and I got into it without knowing football, and then I saw a little lightning bolt, and I was like, yeah, that looks like a cool helmet. And then they were playing the Broncos. I never seen my dad as excited and agitated to watch a football game. And I was like, got to pick against him. got a pick against him, and it was the Chargers. And then it was 2001, so it was Ladinian's rookie season, and he just caught my eyes, and since then, like it's a love story. He's right there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's favorite player. So since then, just big fan of the Chargers, diehard for life.
I love it, man. I love the idea that you became a football fan because of manual house labor. I better get good at knowing football so I don't have to do all the chores. That's awesome.
I mean, got to do it. Got to do it.
That's amazing. And the fact that you chose the Chargers out of just some good family rivalry with your dad. Like that's fun. I like that. I respect that.
Yeah, and it gets fun twice a year. Got to hang out with the dad and watch the game, and hopefully we beat the Broncos' ass, and here we go. I'm happy he's not, and I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
What was it like when they picked up Melvin Gordon? What were you like, Dad? Good pick. Like, I like the pick.
I could not care less. Actually, I was really happy, and he got to see what he got them. And as of I think today, he got picked up by the Chiefs, and like
he's on their practice. He's on their practice squad.
Yeah, I mean, go play with him. You'll see what it gets you.
You'll see what you get. So that's awesome. All right, man. Well, let's talk about this game. That was so much. I wouldn't say it was fun. It was like heart attack inducing kind of a game.
As every game.
The first quarter was just like one of the worst quarters we've played in a long time. But then started crawling back, started coming back. Defense started looking good. Special teams started looking good. Oh my God. Yeah. Herbert's back. All right. 2-point conversion. So
exactly.
Crazy game. What was it like that, your experience of watching that game and doing that?
To me, it's not like I expect the slow start, but it comes in and I'm not like, it's not like I'm not worried, but I kind of expect it. Yeah. But the major thing that got out for me is the adjustment early on that like things are not working, just shift and do something that works, like the easy play, just easy routes, quick and out, boom boom, first down here and there, instead of just like trying to get too mental, try to get like easy squeak run. It doesn't get there. Just abandon it, work your magic, and just let Herbert cook. I mean,
It was funny. Kyle we were talking about it during the game. He was like, we're basically, our run plays are little screens or little quick passes to Eckler.
Basically.
So technically we have a run game. It's just not appropriated in the right, stat column.
Yeah, it's a backward pass run game.
Exactly. So we're embracing it. It was, what was it like? Because you said that you had something at the end of the game. I see it over your shoulder before we started recording this.
Yeah.
What happened?
So you see the helmet. So I got it custom made because it was a replica made not to be wore. So I said, F it, I'm wearing it because I'm part of the team. I'm putting that on my head, and it wasn't working because it was basically just the shell inside.
Yeah.
Because I had to like take a plastic part out. So I just brought it to a football shop, and it was kind of hard to find around here because it's not the main sport.
Yeah.
So I got paddings fitted into it and a yellow visor to fit with the team, so I could just wear it for the game. So every start of the game, pre-game and first drive, I wear it, and it wasn't going good. So just took it off, and right at the end when it was crunch time, like you saw the big drive at the end, Herbert moment, and then like we got to get the 2 point. We saw Staley just pointed 2 fingers like crunch time. Let's do it. Let's do it. I ran to my room, put my helmet back on, strapped it on. Let's go, boys. Let's make the play happen. And here you go. Pass to Everett, touchdown.
I love it, dude. I love it. I have those things too, where it's like, I have the shirt, I have the jersey, I got to like switch it out. And like, but there's nothing quite like it's not a rally hat. You have a rally helmet. That is next level, customized rally helmet at that.
Yeah, man. It's to be part of the team. It's been 20 years. I'm 26 years old, and it's been 20 years. It's my team till death.
I love it, man. I love it. Well, let's talk, that is a great segue. You've been a fan for a long time. What would you say is your biggest Charger memory?
I'd say one of the biggest memories was it was 2006. It was the LaDainian Tomlinson game against the Broncos for the touchdown records. And I was with my dad, and That was pretty good, man. I remember I was a little kid. Like, you don't have a lot of memory of what's going on when you're a kid, but that memory, I remember. I remember LaDainian Tomlinson, the best ever, man.
That's amazing, especially with your dad, the Bronco fan. We got the record against your dad. That's
better. It just gets even better. Like just get the little bit of salt in the wound, and you're still like dining at the same table and just smiling while he's frowning. And it's just so great. It's great.
Past the potatoes, he just pushes the potatoes off the table. Like, no, you don't get any of these.
Yeah, exactly, man. Exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, all right, well, it's Raider week, baby. It's Raider week. How are we feeling? What do you want to see us do this week?
Well, you see, so at work, I got a lot of football fans at work, which is really rare. So we got a Bills fan, we got a Steelers fan, we got a Tampa Bay fan, we got a /Raiders / Ravens / Jaguars / Tom Brady fan. So
what is this guy? Oh my God.
He's new to football. He likes exciting stuff. So let's give it to him. But then there's my big boss, who's major Raider fan.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and that got me triggered pretty early on, and we got chatting, and we got it all. Just like teasing each other, and so we actually have a bet for those games. So we like just prop bets through the scores and stats and whatnot. But the loser has to wear the other one's jersey the next day.
Shoot.
So week 1, he had to wear, Junior Seau's jersey.
Oh, I love it.
It was glory. So yeah, Raider week, baby.
Oh my God. I didn't want to win this. I didn't think I could want to win this game anymore. I want to win this. I want this game to happen for you, just so you can have bragging rights at work.
Oh, my man. That would be, and then gets us to 7-5. And if the football gods are with us, we're right in the mix, and let's keep it going, baby.
Let's do it. Julien, you're fantastic. It was so awesome meeting you, man. Thank you so much for your time, brother.
Oh, it was a pleasure. Pleasure meeting you. And shout out to Kyle the coach, and Wool Dog, man. One love. Peace, Boltfam.
Talk to you later, brother.
Well, Julien, thank you for the kind words. That was
thanks for the shout out, man.
Yeah, Kevin's always
gets
the
all
one.
the love. Yeah,
he really does. Yeah, he gets
I have
it
so
in
many
the
new
face.
best friends.
He puts in a lot of work, but he gets all the love.
It's not work. It's honestly, I was telling him while we were going, it's the first thing I see Charger chat wise after a game, because those are scheduled right before we start recording this. So I hang out with the fan focus before I see you guys. So like, they set the tone with how my episode's going to go. So Julien just was like, all right,
set the tone
we're going to
high.
put this at 100. We're just going to send Kevin off out of the cannon ready to party, you know?
On a cannon of love, baby.
I love him.
I love the rivalry, the family rivalry with Papa.
If my sons ever try to pull that crap, though, it will be a sad day.
Yeah,
they get no potatoes.
You're not even invited.
And then how he got in, it was so crazy. They would do like pick'ems for games, and whoever had the worst record had to do the chores. That's a great idea.
That's genius. That'll get them watching for sure.
Big time. That'll make it instant NFL fans, and then you find your team. Like we have our team, but it was just a really cool idea, like to activate chores. Like, don't mess up, or you're gonna have to do some serious chores.
I like that. Yeah. For those looking for ideas at home, there you go.
And helmet. I want a helmet. I'm gonna get a helmet with a visor just so I can do that.
Wear it to the game.
Just like sitting next to Adam on his couch, just like looking at him. You can't tell my reaction to anything.
Just have like the camera on the TV and just slow pan to Kevin as he's sitting there with his helmet,
just like all like sad,
laser focused on what's going on.
It's the Charlie Brown after the game. I'm walking home with the helmet still on.
Kevin falls asleep on his couch with the thing on. You just can't tell.
With my luck, we'll win the game and he'll just like run into a wall head first.
Oh yeah. I'll have a lot more confidence to celebrate for sure if I have a helmet on.
Again, Julien, thank you so much for coming on and chatting with Kevin. We really appreciate it. All right, well, let's waste no more time. It's time to go on to what's probably going to be half of this episode. Ask Boltfam.
Let's go.
Time to put your money where your mouth is.
Hi, guys. Go jam a thumb up his butthole. That's what you do. I wet myself in excitement.
Bosa hungry.
Your thoughts are like totally appreciated.
Catch you later, dude.
Okay, love your boy.
That's right, folks. Time for Ask Boltfam, and we start this one off with an old favorite, Benjamin Sanchez, a.k.a. Benjamin, your mom.
Your mom.
Who asked
Welcome
the
back.
question. I've been negative and upset. It's been a roller coaster. Watching that game in person down to the 2-point conversion was insane. I anticipated the 2-point attempt, but then he called it. Holy shit, I was sweating. The stadium was the loudest when we converted. Fans showed up.
That's so cool, man. Like we heard it on TV. It was like crazy loud.
Yeah.
Like I love that so much.
Yeah.
I can't believe it's changing. The tides have changed.
I love that we've also been seeing on Twitter and on Reddit, everybody that was at that game, basically knowing that they're going for a 2-point conversion. It's like, all right, time to pull out the camera because this is going to be a big time event that we all need to see.
360.
There's so many different angles of everybody getting that 2-point conversion, and it's awesome to see.
That needs to be a
good.
super cut. Remember how the Chargers did a super cut of that after Mike Will did it? I think that needs to happen again for this game. I know it wasn't against the Chiefs and a rivalry thing, but like the amount of fans we had there, and I'm seeing them every day. I'm seeing a new reaction video, either at the game or at like giant hangouts at sports bars with like tons of Charger fans.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I'm so happy. Just to go from where we were to where we are now, I'm just so thrilled.
We all are, my friend. And Benjamin Sanchez, we understand the negativity and being upset, but hey, let's ride that positivity, baby. Ride the emotions of this game into the next week, baby.
And hey, Benjamin, if you just want to send us questions after we win, let's ride. That's fine.
Benjamin.
That's fine.
It's just Benjamin.
Benjamin. It's
I like
Benjamin.
Benjamin better. Yeah,
I do.
You're right.
You know how it works.
All right.
Just leave the end off. Just open-ended.
It's just Benjamin. Yeah. You could be jamming anything. Yeah, literally. Wherever he wants to jam, just jam.
Should change his last name from Sanchez to Jammin.
Yeah, Benjamin. Yeah.
Benjamin Jammin.
Benjamin Jam. Yeah. That'd be weird. Benjamin Jammin.
All right. Let's leave him alone. Benjamin Sanchez,
I love you,
thank
dude.
you
Thank you
for asking the question. Let's move it on now to House of Hain.
Yes.
Who asked the question? I'll say, shut up, Carr. I say, we got you next. Cover your ears. Daddy's about to talk. Well, I say, dip my dick in chocolate and call me a popsicle. We won. I say, heavens to Betsy. I lost about 2 more years for the old ticker on that one. I say, what week is it, coach? Family, trust, respect, care, love you, bye.
I wasn't lying, dude. After every game, I feel like I get 2 brand new grays in my beard for a loss, 1 for a win. Even in a win, I get a gray.
Right. No, it's grays no matter what.
If we keep doing this, I'm going to be all gray soon. Like just the beard, though. It's not coming up here. It's just here.
Yeah.
So
because this is you the whole game. You're constantly like squeezing your face.
Yeah.
And what week is it, Coach?
As far as like actual week in the NFL?
You know what week it is. You know.
What's your shirt say?
Oh,
stand up.
It's Raider week.
It's Raider week, baby. And okay, let's set this up right now. For those of you that are like, where can I get that shirt?
Sorry.
They don't make them anymore. They were gifted to us. I know I've got the guy somewhere in here, but I checked his site. He doesn't make them anymore. We're sorry. We might make some FTR shirts. In the future,
maybe he listens to this and reach out to us. We'll host it on our site.
Please
bring it over. People want this shirt.
Yeah,
every time I wear it,
a lot of people asking for.
Even Chiefs fans, they're like, "Where is that? Family, trust, respect, Raiders?" Yeah, like my friends that know what FTR are, I'm like, "That's nice." Like, yeah, it is.
All right.
Yeah, there was almost at the Chargers Chiefs game. There was almost somebody tried to start a chant that was F the Raiders, like almost throughout the whole stadium. Somebody tried to start it. Had a good shot of going because there's that much mutual
sports really brings people together.
Yeah,
you know.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Raiders really bring people together.
Yeah, they do.
Hatred for them.
All right. Well, House of Hain, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Hot for Herbie,
certified fresh,
who asked the question.
Kevin. This is Kevin's pin.
Yes, it's my ghost account. This is my burner.
What 6'6" throbs and has nuts of substance? Nuts that you would tell your kids about, nay, grandchildren. It's Justin f***ing Herbert, baby. Let's go. Herbie. 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 That is what I would be chanting if my man Justin asked me to pick up the soap in the change rooms tonight. My God, what a man. Speaking of nuts with zero substance, can we get as many Derek Carrs as possible before next Sunday, please and thank you. Moving on to my question. What's your favorite nut to snack on? Mine would have to be that 2-point conversion nut. Straight onto the chest of the tight end. Love your work, lads, all the way from Western Sydney. Fourth quarter Chargers win forever. Winning by heaps never. K love you. Hooroo. P.S. Shout out to Derwin's Dirty Duck for introducing me to the greatest NFL club there is.
I like that. Fourth quarters, Chargers win forever. Winning by heaps never.
This was a good one.
And K love you. Hooroo. That must be a Sydney saying. We'll have to. I hope I even said it right. They might be like, you said it wrong, mate.
You for sure said it wrong.
That was so good.
I'm telling you, dude, there's some really great questions. We haven't even gotten to some of the really funny ones here, but I had to throw that one in at the beginning to get the laughs going.
Oh, that was awesome. Welcome to where have you been all my life? Keep it coming, Hot for Herbie.
Apparently, Derwin's Dirty Duck had to get him in, and we appreciate the work.
Another
there.
good one.
Yeah,
I love it.
All right, favorite nut to snack on?
Favorite nuts?
I don't know how to answer that question.
Well, there's many ways you can answer that question.
I'm so worried about what I'm going to say. I'm like already worried about how it's going to come out. Kevin, go first. He's thinking hard.
I was so ready to go like honey roasted peanuts, obviously. But then he went
2-point conversion nut. Straight onto the chest of a tight end.
I'm a big fan of the special team nut. Get all the special team nut going all day long. A lot of hang time on those nuts. You know what I mean? Lots of
I like the
airtime.
down and dirty nuts, the run defense nuts. The run defense nut. That has been, they're hard to find. They're rare. But when you get one, the payoff is big.
It's a lot to handle.
How did you say that with a straight face? That caught me so off guard.
I told you I was scared about what I was going to say.
Wow.
What's your favorite nut?
Wow. I can't follow that. Are you kidding me?
You just dropped the mic. Actually took the mic with you on that one.
Our fan base is so much more fun after wins.
So much more fun.
These are so much more fun to answer than when do we fire everyone and how do we make that happen?
Jesus. The down and dirty nuts.
Give me that run defense.
Please let that be the title episode.
That's it. It's the title.
Down and dirty nuts. I can't come up with anything clever. I mean, I like almonds. I don't know.
I was leave it there. That's too good.
Hot for Herbie. Thank you for bringing the laughs early. Oh God! All right, let me wipe my eyes.
Can I take a break? I just needed like a minute. Just let's pause.
Well, here,
cut to the.
Yeah, let's go to the next question. It's going to be OM Run who asked the question. How high do you think Kevin's heart rate would go if he got the look from Herbert, as mentioned by Everett? His Apple Watch needs to be reprogrammed to ask if number 10 is in the area when his heart rate goes up, clicking no calls, an ambulance.
I don't know how to answer this.
If he gave you a look like, I trust you.
Okay, well, hang on. If we know that this last game, it got up to 128, Justin didn't look.
I think it was a combination of being
sitting
sick
in your basement
and that.
watching the game.
I probably would have got up to like 110 if I wasn't sick.
Okay, but still, we're talking
if I was in
triple digits.
person, we'd be looking at 130. 130 for sure. There'd probably be some
in
mild
person.
cardiac arrest, and I'd probably start sweating profusely. And then he'd look at me and be like, wow, you're kind of embarrassing yourself. And I'd be like, kill me. Kill me. Just kill me now. Just
You're
go ahead
kind
and
of embarrassing
murder me.
yourself.
Murder me now. So hopefully that does happen, and my Apple Watch isn't on to remind me that I'm a giant weirdo.
It starts clicking, you just rip it off and throw it.
Shut up.
I just like every time it does, it's like,
Give me this.
it's what's that? I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart. It's like a note. That's my notification.
I like it.
Yeah.
Whew. All right. OM Run, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Humboldt County Fan.
Nice.
Who asked the question? I'm wondering what you all thought about Foster Sarell's play at right tackle. I'm not sure why they replaced Trey Pipkins in the fourth quarter, if his knee gave out or if it was something else, but Sarell did a really good job at right tackle. There was just the one play where his man ran free, the play where Isaiah Simmons shot right up the A-gap untouched and sacked Herbert, but that looked more like Zion missing his assignment, and Sarell just got confused by Zion's mistake and took a half step inside before whiffing on the outside guy. I think that instinct inside was probably the right one. Anyway, I feel like Pipkins was struggling, and maybe it's his knee, but based on Trey's performance lately, I think Sarell deserves a start if his knee isn't 100% this week. Family, trust, respect. And at the very least, we may have found a decent swing tackle to replace Storm Norton. What do you boys think? The Raiders. It doesn't matter if they won last Sunday. They're not making the playoffs, so they're just getting a shittier draft position. Okay, love you, bye.
I like the way you look at that. That's true. Derek Carr was crying when they won. Did you see him cry?
He cried again.
He crumpled and was like, "Oh, we did it!" Like,
oh, I handed the ball off so well.
We're out of playoff contention.
I did it, guys. I'm me again.
I didn't run for 300
bitch.
yards, but
that guy sucks so bad.
All right. Well, as far as Foster Sarell stepping in for Pipkins, I mean, depending on how bad Pipkins aggravated that MCL injury, we might not really have a choice. We might see Foster whether we like it or not.
He brings up a good point. The idea of Pipkins not at 100%, right? Is because I think Pipkins has done a serviceable job for sure. Like he's not been a huge glaring hole. It's not been like, oh my God, this is so bad. He's done pretty good. So, but where does that line level off? Where is Foster Sarell a better than Pipkins at 70%, or is Pipkins at 80% still better than Foster? So it's like that's the kind of the game you play. I think if Trey wants to play, I think he's earned the opportunity to go out there and try. And then obviously, if he's not performing, they're gonna sit him down. But I think if he wants to play, he's gonna play. But yeah, we'll see. I guess as the week goes, if he gets any reps.
I think it's an experience level thing because like when Pipkins came in, he played worse than how Sarell's playing right now. Like when he first came in, I think it's just experience. Like if you want Sarell to be any good down the line, you got to get him more reps. Like he's got to have some games.
Makes sense. Yeah.
So if you're really think you'd rather have a hobbled Pipkins, like a 70% Pipkins for the next 3 games, or you shut him down and let Sarell play an entire game. Granted, next week's a little tough because it's what's his nuts? Crosby.
Max Crosby.
That's a
Jones.
different kind of edge rushers than the Cardinals. So I don't know. They clearly feel very highly about Trey even when he's hurt. So I haven't really studied every play he's done, but they're getting pressure. They're doing a lot of stunts in that last game, blitzing. There was just a lot going on. So we just need to have Lindsley back. This is what we need.
That'll be the big piece for sure. All right, Humboldt County Fan, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Daryl Sandlin.
Certified Fresh.
And shout out to Junior J. Rob. You guys basically were asking kind of the same thing. So I went with Daryl, and you'll find out why here in a second. Hey, guys, I'm brand new here, and today I finally figured out how to join Twitter. Love the podcast and true chargers like yourselves. Question, first of many, I hope. What in the world has Herbert ever done to Achu from ESPN? Dude hates on our boy every chance. Okay, love you. Bye.
Good question. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's so odd. It's so weird. It's so weird. And especially the last comment where he just looks like a buffoon. And the other commentators are referencing how buffoonish that was.
Yes.
There's got to be something. Maybe like he was at like what is it? Sorry, sick brain. God damn it. It's where all the players go before they get drafted.
Oh.
It's one of those. Thank you. It's where they go before they all get drafted. Underwear Olympics. Combine.
Oh, the combine.
The combine.
All
Okay.
right, I'm over this. I'm sorry. You came your first time. You were expecting gold, Daryl, and I fell apart. And I'm going to hold myself accountable for being as shitty as I was just there. Okay, come back to me. I'm going to rework this in my brain. Go ahead.
Come back to me.
I mean, it feels again just like one of those situations where it's like everybody has a very similar opinion, and the one guy's going to be like, "Well, I have to stand out in some way, so I'm going to say
I have
something
nothing good to
completely
say."
different."
He's still. I feel like he's still kind of that. He's kind of a newer into the industry type of guy. So he's just trying to put his. It's like Dan Orlovsky. Like they just throw out crap and see if it sticks. And
Right.
hopefully your face gets out there. And yeah, it's just like Skip Bayless still does that crap all the time. You're like,
Sure.
what are you talking about? Like,
But even Dan Orlovsky had nothing but praise. I mean, there was a video that showed him kind of breaking down that last play, that 2-point conversion, and talking about how awesome he was, and calling out Achu for saying like that's a social media quarterback pass or something like that. Like
he's now the joke.
Yeah,
Achu's now the joke.
Acho has become the joke.
Let's just call him Nacho.
We've said his name different.
Nacho. But it's also funny on Twitter, and welcome to Twitter. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but we're happy to have you.
Walked into a dark place.
Yeah, be careful.
Be careful who you make friends with in this dark alley that is Twitter.
Yeah.
But
we got your back.
We got your back. That's exactly what I was going to say.
Okay. Daryl Sandlin and Junior J. Rob, thank you guys.
Can we go to bed?
I know.
For asking the question. Hang on, we've got like 15 more questions.
Come
here.
back next week. I'll be so much better. I promise.
We're like not even a quarter of the way through yet.
Let's move it on now to Cerberus 21, who asked the question. What the fuck is up, bitches? Hope you're all slaying on this Victory Tuesday. Well, everyone except for that ESPN analyst, Samuel Achoke, on this fat dick or whatever the f his name is, to call our precious boy a social media quarterback is a certified small brain moment. Hashtag smooth brain, hashtag as if. Well, he showed you, didn't he, Mr. Sam Achode? That last 2-point conversion was the best thing I've ever seen in my life, and it had nothing to do with the pills Brad gave me after I had an emotional breakdown in the third quarter. Guys, I know we probably still want coaches' heads to roll, but let's not focus on the negative, Bolt fam. Who cares if we yet again gave up 1 billion rush yards? We won this game because we have Justin Herbert. Hashtag king, hashtag daddy. Besides, it's not like we're facing a running back coming off a 300-yard game or anything, so just shut it. Anyway, sorry for rambling. I'm still coming down from those pills as well as a 150 heart rate, which Brad tells me is a super high score or something, so yay me. My question is, how much do you want to punch Sam Choose to be less stupid next time in the face after he tweeted Herbert is 21-22 as a starter like he hasn't had the worst defense in the league for the last 3 seasons? Also, can I get a huge motherfucking FTR up in this bitch? Can't wait to end the last dash of playoff hopes that these crybaby pirate hookers have. Anyways, keep slaying Charger Chat Kings. I love you. Bye.
Oh my God. That's awesome.
Acho's got some enemies.
Charger fans.
Yeah.
What I was saying in the previous question, it just the answer fell out of my ear.
Back? Okay.
Hey, I'm back with it. And no, it's just the amount why I brought up Twitter in the first place. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still saying it's just the amount of times people screen grabbed Nacho's like player stats, his 2 years of playing. And they kept like adding him with that. Like, and it's funny, 21-22, he's already played like twice as many games as you have. So social media commentator.
Every quarterback record that you could possibly break for the amount of time he's played.
Yeah. Save that receipt. I like that. That's a good receipt to save.
Yeah.
Tough look, Nacho.
that.
Not Nacho. Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, that tweet at the end of the game from him, yet again, just like digging the grave just a little bit
Yeah,
deeper
he's like,
about
oh,
like,
shoot.
well,
What just
now
happened?
let's say
Justin just killed it. Let's figure this out.
You know, winning is a quarterback stat, and he's 21-22. So
Is that? Oh wait, he said that after the game.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. He's still defending himself.
Oh my god, I hate him. I hated him, but I
like,
hate him.
it was basically like, let's not shoot off the confetti yet because he's 21-22, and you know, good quarterbacks win games. So, anyways, yes.
What a piece of shit.
One more. He's making his way.
Welcome to the hate party, Kev.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
right.
I really brought so much for that negative vibes. I just really got angry there.
That's
Sorry,
okay,
guys.
Cerberus21, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to a free who asked the question. Oh, yeah, we are back after a 2-week hiatus with the Bolt of Love. You know what time it is, Bolt fam. Shout out time. First shout out goes to Derwin, Big Things Poppin' and Lil Things Stoppin' James. Love the impact interception he got for us. Even if that stupid commentator said we ended up losing yards because it was 4th down, impact over strategy sometimes as the way to go. Second shout out to Cameron Big Kick Dicker. Man's been perfect all season and kept us in striking distance. That's what I like to call big kick energy. Finally, the biggest shout out goes to the only social media QB sensation, the big brisket himself, Justin Herbert. The poise and calm demeanor he possessed to lead our team down the field and win the game, he just makes you want to feel all warm inside and safe. Question for you all, say we make the playoffs. Who do you want the first round before we take on KC in the second? Well, that's all I got for you today. Stay sexy, Bull fam, because you know the vibes. We outside. Love you, bye.
Still a great tagline. Really good.
So good.
So good. That's a good question. So right now, what is it? Tennessee and the Dolphins. I want to see how we play against the Dolphins first before I give my answer on that one.
Right.
I want to play the Chiefs. I want them to not get a bye, and I want to play the Chiefs. That's what I want.
So you want the Chiefs to basically lose from here on out and not have them have the bye?
They got a one-game lead.
Yeah, don't need
that's
to
what
lose
I mean.
out.
So like lose to the point where they don't have the bye. They don't have the number one.
That's what I want. I want to play the Chiefs in the first round.
Me too. First round, just kick them out early. That
Get
was
them out.
So sweet. Come on.
In
I like that
Kansas City,
answer.
let's go over there
Let's
and watch the
go.
game there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Freaking go.
Bring the energy.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, looking at the playoff picture right now, I mean, you've got Chiefs number 1, Dolphins, Titans, Ravens, Bills, Bengals, Jets. I wouldn't mind seeing them go up against one of these other teams that has like the quarterback, like the Bengals or the Bills, and just knock them out. I know they're going to be tough. It's not going to be an easy game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying like, we'll play this game because it'll be easy and we'll win. All of these are going to be tough games.
Yeah.
I want the team with the easier. I want the team with the least good, good words, Kevin. Least good quarterback. The worst quarterback. I want that
quarterback.
one. Besides, hey, there's 2 ways to skin a cat. Got there eventually.
You got there. So you want like the Titans. You want to see
Give me
Titans
Tannehill
in the playoffs.
Give me Tannehill.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we're going to get them in a couple weeks. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Let's see.
I have him on one of my fantasy leagues, and he sucks. So give me some of that.
Sucks.
All right. Well, there you go, Free. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Derwin's Dirty Duck.
Oh,
there
he is.
He asked the question.
Well, would you look at that? 6-5, baby. Let's just take a second to bask in the glory of a winning record. However you look at the season so far, we have a winning record and again have a playoff run in our hands. Just got to play some goddamn football. Herbie, I love you like I truly love you. As for my boy DJ, what a stud. So my question is, in the absence of so many stars and again a few more unfortunate injuries, who is the player that most needs to step up? Which player needs to grab the bull by the horns and ride that bitch for the last half of a dozen rounds if we are going to make the playoffs? Look forward to your answers. Family, trust, respect. K, love you, bye.
Well, I think this is an interesting question because I think we can, the way I look at it, Justin has already done that and he's going to be doing that. So who's the guy that needs to step up to help him
like
grab the horns?
Like somebody that's not the big name who's going to do it. I think that Kenneth Murray needs to play better. He needs to be more consistent. I forget that we drafted that guy in the first round.
We traded up for him.
That's a first round linebacker. He needs to be more of an impact. I feel like you go a whole game without much big play by Kenneth Murray. Like you'll see him fly through the line and just kind of create havoc, but there's no oh wow, that was a big tackle. Got behind the line of scrimmage, diagnosed that thing, and just made a big play. Now maybe that's asking too much, but for a first round linebacker, there's not many of them out there. You don't draft a linebacker in the first round unless you think he's going to be the guy. So I would love to see him step up. I think if he does, that helps your run defense significantly.
Yeah. It's easy step up. It's just get on the field. Just hop out there. Joey Bosa. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Just step up, put your cleats on and get on the field.
Easy to elevate your participation right now.
Dragging ass there, Joey. Let's step it up.
Step up into your cleats and go on the field.
Groin, schmoin. Get out there.
Yeah. I agree with the Kenneth Murray. I'm going to say not that he hasn't played well. Obviously he's had moments of being really good. But I'm going to just say Jamari Salyer, just to really help because we've seen a few times now, especially in these last couple of games where Herbert's getting sacked. And I think a lot of it is coming from Jamari. Not that the responsibility for him has been from the get-go, all right, you're going to come in, you're going to play left tackle, and you're going to be amazing. I mean, obviously, he stepped up to the challenge, and we've seen really great moments from him as far as protecting Justin. But these past couple games, it's been a little tough for him. So I would love to see him step up and get back into the form, that we saw in
zero pressure.
The zero pressure stats. He was killing it there for a little while. So I think if he can step up, that'll obviously be a big help for Justin and getting some of those air yards further down the field. So
nice.
Derwin's Dirty Duck, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Tyler Foffey. Who asked the question.
Love the guys gutted it out and found a way to win. Watched Chris Rumph a bit, and I saw on several plays he got sucked inside and allowed for a big run. Am I maybe not understanding something, or is he missing his edge assignment? Bosa's absence is greatly missed. BTFU, FTR, KLUB.
It's a lot of letters.
BTFU, FTR,
We got a lot of acronyms on this podcast.
I like that a lot. I'd be a good shirt, just all the acronyms of shit we've done.
BTFU, FTR, KLUB.
I'm sure there's more.
All right. Well, what do you think here, Kyle, as far as Chris Rumph possibly missing his assignment?
It's potential. Yeah. I mean, holding the edge is kind of an unsung hero's job, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're establishing the edge so that they force the runner to cut back so somebody else can make the tackle. I haven't really studied Chris Rumph, and as I watch just as a fan, I haven't noticed it as much. But there's definitely potential. The guy's young. He's not like a big Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa. I'm just going to control this edge and be able to dominate. So there's definitely potential there. But yeah, so I mean, Chris Rumph in there for a lot of snaps is not the ideal. We want him in there on passing downs so that we don't have to worry about him getting sucked in on the run. Hopefully he's not even in there for running plays. Right now, it's just a necessity. So hopefully he continues to get better.
Well, and it's interesting. The last 3 weeks we've been played against two quarterbacks where they've really not really gotten upfield and trying to get tons of sack pressure. They're containing them, and that's when Rumph just got back in the fold. Like they played Mahomes and then they just played Kyler. So I think if you can get, Derek Carr's a good week. He's not much of a runner. He's a pocket passer, and then this defense can turn it up a little bit, not have to play contain all the time. And let's see if Rumph can step up and do something cool this weekend.
All right. Well, there you go, Tyler. Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to D. Kane to Bolt, Maine.
All right.
Who asked the question? What's up, guys? Man, this was a roller coaster ride. Even if I am used to crazy games, during this game, I felt almost every different emotion known to mankind. But in the end, it was just an overwhelming feeling to win a game in fashion. We are normally getting beaten by other teams. So even though it's a lucky win, I still think it's well-deserved. When you look at what energy and effort our guys showed in the last quarter, hail and praises to Herbo the Great, Derwin the Warrior, and all the other heroes in that squad. Also, I've tried your field goal jinx for the first and second time yesterday, and it worked in both situations. First, the Cardinals kicker missed his shot, and later, the Returns kicker fucked it up. Now my question might be hard to answer, but I think Kyle, the coach, should have some experiences about it. It's totally obvious and also frustrating that our run defense isn't good at all. The blocking isn't great. There are too many holes on the D line and the second level. Of course, that makes our opponents use that even more and play more and more rushing attempts. I just don't get it. Why this is a problem for 2 years now, and there is no positive progression. Is it so hard to practice the run defending, or is it a problem with the players we're having? Or is it just that one particular weakness in Staleys' defensive scheme? I wish you a great week. Can love you. Bye. Dominic. Boy.
Great voice request. I like.
Yeah, thank you.
Tony Montana all the time. That's
not all the time. No, it's mostly just Al Pacino hoo-ha. But Tony Montana, yes. All right. Well, we kind of talked a little bit about this as far as Staley. I mean, Staley basically said it himself. Yeah. You don't need Kyle. Staley said answered the question himself. But I mean, I haven't looked at other teams to see like, are other teams as like, great pass defense, not as good run defense, or great run defense, but not as good pass defense. Like, is that something that you can think like, well, if we just got the right guys in to execute Staley's scheme, they could help stop the run defense? Or I don't know.
Yeah, ideally you're balanced, right? Just like on the offensive side of the ball. Ideally you can run and throw the ball. Obviously not the case for our offense either.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're just running into a little bit of we're selling out to stop the pass and daring them to beat us on the run. And they kind of are right now. The alternative is to put another guy in the box. You stop the run, but you are more susceptible to the deep pass. Now, ideally, you can stay with two deep, and your guys that are in the box can just start making plays and being able to stop. But right now, they're just not effective enough. And I think it's just some of it is. I think it's just like a cumulative group effort of not playing to the level that we need to play at. I think some of it is linebacker fits. Some of it is not defeating blocks. It just feels like we're so engaged on blocks. Our defensive line just allows the offensive lineman to stay on him instead of just defeating the block. Every once in a while, you'll see Sebastian Joseph say, just defeat the block. Just get the guy off of him. And then he's able to disrupt what their plan was for that run. So it's like, we just got to defeat more blocks. It's just simple. Football is blocking and tackling. We're not doing a good enough job of getting off of blocks and tackling. I don't know. Obviously, schematically, we could put another guy in the box. Then you open yourself up to the passing attack, which that's just not our philosophy. We'll allow you to run all you want. We don't think you'll be able to score enough points by just running the ball, or you'll make mistakes. And if you have one holding penalty, you put yourself at 1st and 20. It gets a lot harder to just simply run the ball.
Yeah. So do you think, this question for you, do you think with the personnel, because I think it's a personnel problem, and that's what Coach said in that quote, do you think with the personnel we have right now, they can get better with 3 days of practice and, each week leading up to these games? Do you think that that's a realistic expectation, or is it all, opponent fits and how we compare to other teams at those head-to-head positions?
I don't know. It's been 2 years of pretty poor run defense. So I don't think it's going to get fixed in 3 days of practice. I think it's just kind of what it is. We got to try to limit the bleeding as much as we can against the run and continue to play good pass defense against the pass.
But it was just weird too, because I think some of it's scheme because when the down and distance is right, we blew them up in the fourth quarter. They couldn't do anything.
Well,
right.
Yeah. We sold out. We sold out for the run because we knew that that's what they were going to do. They were trying to run clock. They're trying to chew clock, so we know they're going to run. So we do put that extra guy in the box and sell out to stop it. And you're just saying, I dare you to beat me throwing. But if you do that the whole game, they're going to catch you.
Yeah.
Right. We only did it really on first down because when they got predictable at the end of the game, when they're trying to chew clock, they're going to run the ball on first down and see how many yards they can get, see if they can just keep running the ball. And we were able to great defense on first down against the run. And that's all you really need. If you could be great on first down, stop the run to limit it to 1-2 yards, then they're gonna have to throw the ball here. So then that's when you can get tricky.
But then the problem
it's really first down.
The problem I have is third down. That's the problem I have with this. That's the big one I have.
Yeah, but a lot of the time that's the result of getting worn down with that run for 8, 9, 10 plays, and then it's 3rd and 3, and then it's easy to convert. I mean, we have given up some long conversions on third down as well. So I don't know. It seems like a little bit of a nightmare going on. Hopefully they're able to fix it.
Yeah.
All right.
FTR,
baby. There you go. D. Kane to Bolt, Maine. Thank you.
Thanks, brother.
Dominic, for asking the question. Let's move it on down to Bionic Superhero.
Certified Fresh.
Who asked the question? Please ask, why don't we call plays that work and remove ones that didn't? Very simple question.
Interesting strategy.
All right.
You got a bold strategy, Cotton. See if this one pays off.
See if it works out. All right. So running a play that doesn't work, do you just, as a coach, pull it from the playbook and go like, well, it didn't work.
Well,
but this one did.
It depends on why it didn't work, right? If it didn't work because you just didn't execute it properly, like if somebody didn't know the responsibility or whatever it might be. But if it just didn't work because you don't have the right guys to run that play, then yeah, you take it out of the book. Like I think that's what a lot of our running attack.
Take it out of the book.
Well, you take it out of the book.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah. I think that our rushing attack on offense, our strategy, we want to run the ball, but we're just not good at running the run scheme that we have right now. We need a new run game coordinator because we cannot block the zone. And I don't know, like I know a little bit about football. I'm not on the same level as these guys, but I can see it light as day. It's so clear that you cannot block the zone. You just consistently cannot do it. We're getting beat too much. So that to me, like, yeah, I don't know why. I don't know why you don't just, it's pretty easy just to not call that play anymore. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Power.
Well, yeah. So I guess to answer your question, Bionic Superhero, it kind of depends on the situation. But if you've tried it 20 times and it's still not working,
take it out of the book.
Might be time to take it out of the book.
Take it out of the book.
It's a very simple question. So Bionic Superhero, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to 12 Anato, who asked the question.
What kind of play would you guys design if you could put Darwin on offense for one play?
Both ways? Play both ways?
What position do you see Darwin as on offense?
It's like a tight end. It's like a hybrid tight end wide receiver.
Like a tight end?
But he's fast enough to keep up with these wide receivers that who knows? Big body receiver.
Yeah, he's got to be like a wideout. That's what's weird about him. He's almost like a Taysom Hill type on offense.
Yeah. I kind of want to see him at fullback. Just fullback.
Reason?
Just because.
Because he hits hard.
Because I'm sick and my brain is doing this.
Most likely. I'm not trying to. It's a hypothetical question. I know he'd probably get hurt playing that position. I'm not going to.
Yeah.
But it's a hypothetical. Fullback would be fun. Hand him the ball. Let him run up the middle. I'd like to see what that looks like.
I mean, after seeing his hands, after the way he caught that interception, because it wasn't just an interception. It was the way that he caught that interception.
Yeah.
I would like to see him as a wideout. Run a hook and ladder or
Change
something.
my answer.
I don't know.
Long snapper.
Long snapper.
Extra points.
There you go.
That's what I want.
OC, put him in the booth.
Put him in the booth. I don't know. That was my audition for offensive coordinator, and I think I nailed it.
All right.
Yeah.
Don't.
You just made Derwin James a long snapper.
Which isn't even offense.
Hey.
So congratulations.
Underappreciated position.
Kevin has nothing he can do with him on offense. Put him on special teams.
Special teams. He's a special player. He should be on that team.
There you go. 12 and Otto, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Leo Bolts, who asked the question. The following is a paid advertisement for Herbert April. Are you suffering from exhaustion, sleep deprivation, depression, and heartbreak every Sunday? Is your hair thinning? Or do you suffer from massively fucking high blood pressure? Do you ever wonder why the hell you became a Charger fan? Then you may be suffering from Charger P simplex virus 6.5. Charger P affects thousands of women and men around the world alike. That leads to many symptoms, including excessive drinking, spousal, child, and animal abuse, anal puckering, and leakage in the fourth quarter. Charger P's is that tingling in your little chest that never goes away no matter the score. If you suffer from all of the above, then you may need Herbert April. Herbert April lets you take a step away from it all. Herbert April is made from the utmost pure ingredients of our savior, Justin fucking Herbert. Ingredients include precious third down conversions, 2-point conversions, and clock-beating touchdowns. Results may vary. Side effects include a sigh of relief, mood swings, sudden rise or decrease in blood pressure, and celebrating with the boys. Do not take Herbert April if you are not a diehard or bandwagon fan. Get your Sundays right. Avoid that assault charge. Talk to your doctor if Herbert April is right for you.
Leo, I'm proud of you. That was fantastic. And Adam, you made it sound like a real product.
Mm-hmm. That's what I do.
What you do. Not surprised.
It's my job.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
What was it for the so you can hang out with the boys? What was that? That was really nice.
That was a side effect.
To have a good time with the boys.
Celebrating with the boys. You might, this might happen. If you take a Herbert April, you might be celebrating with the boys.
Yeah.
I think the bottom line is, yes, as long as Justin Herbert is out there on the field,
we got a chance.
We've got a chance.
Anything's possible.
Anything can happen, including anal leakage. But Leo Bolts, thank you for asking the question.
Too much puckering. It's just let go.
Too much puckering. You stress that muscle out.
Tire that sphincter out.
Will it help my cough? That'd be awesome. I'd take some Herbert April right now.
Herbert April. Let's move it on now to Compact Disc, who asked the question.
Hey guys, I got a couple for you. Who do you think would win in a fight? Shrek or all four sun-loving giant Teletubbies? And is the Kool-Aid Man the glass or the liquid? Please help settle the debate.
Teletubbies, dude, are the worst.
This is good. This feels like an off-season question.
Yeah,
I know. I'm ready for it.
It's giving me PTSD.
This is a solid off-season question.
This is a very off-season question, but
All
it's
right.
fun. It is fun. All right, I'll take Shrek because I don't know. The Teletubbies, are they tough?
They
I
would
don't
just
feel like they're
annoy
tough.
him to fucking death because that's what they do to me.
Yeah,
Teletubbies are the worst.
Sing and dance around him.
Yeah, I don't know if the Teletubbies
worst.
are made of something like. Can you even hurt a Teletubby?
That's true. Are they
We
like
know
flubber?
Shrek is like an onion. He's got layers.
He's got layers, but he's also he's tough, dude. Well, in that opening scene of Shrek 1, when they come out and try to mess with him,
Oh yeah,
he runs them off. All the villagers run off quick.
that's true. I'll go
I
with
don't know.
Shrek.
I think
I'll
Shrek
back
could
to
turn
Shrek.
on the mean ogre. Yeah,
Yeah, for sure. I just hate the Teletubbies. So anybody
Yeah.
So
against
we're
the Teletubbies.
rooting for Shrek. Yeah.
We're rooting for Shrek.
Pulling for him.
And Kool-Aid Man, is he the glass or the
Well,
liquid?
that's like saying, "Am I the skin or the blood?" Right? Isn't it? It's like it's all one. It's just. It got
That's
out.
a good answer to that question.
That was the best answer anybody could ever say.
I mean, I can't live with these.
I love
without
that.
either.
Oh,
Yeah,
That is so good.
I need both to live.
You're-
Kool-Aid Man's both.
You are 2 for 2, Kyle.
put that in your glass and drink it.
Oh
So
yeah.
he is both. He is both the glass and the liquid. Without one or the other, he's
Nothing.
He's nothing.
He's not, yeah, he's dead.
he's not cool or aid.
No.
All right. Compact disc.
So if you don't listen
you
to us
for-
during the off season, this is what it's like,
This-
and it's pretty
oh,
fun.
This gives you a feel for what it's like.
Off-season
Yeah.
episodes are like.
Thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Melanie,
Melanie.
who asked the question.
To be a Chargers fan, we need a note from the doc to make sure our heart is healthy and blood pressure is normal before each game. Ooh, what a win. Looking ahead, what's your guys' take on our next opponent? Glad we got that W.
We hate them.
I hate them.
Hate them so much.
Oh my God. I've been like
Really hate
thriving when we're losing. Seeing them lose, it like lifts my spirits. So
Yeah.
Right.
I don't care who's out on the field on Sunday. We're going to beat them. That's how I feel about the Raiders.
Yeah, it's going to be close. Like there's
always going to
just
be
no
close.
way around. I mean, every game that we've had in the AFC West has been under 5 points. We beat the Raiders by 5. We lost to the Chiefs twice by 3, and we beat the Broncos by 3. Every game is always going to come down to the end. It's always going to be tight. I really wish that wasn't the case. I wish this would be like our like pinnacle game of turning point in the season. Got the 2-point conversion. Now we roll into this week, beat them by 20, and like we're here now type of game. It's what I'm hoping for, but in my heart, I know it's gonna come down to the end.
Well, sorry.
No, go ahead.
This run game for us this week is going to be so much better. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Because we know where to run. Tillery's there. I saw him playing. I caught a glimpse at the end of that game.
Bump.
He looks like he belongs in a Raider jersey. He just doesn't know where he is.
How is every Charger turned into a Raider? It's insane.
Just the bad ones.
It's uncanny.
Just the bad ones. The ones that we don't want anymore. Go to the Raiders.
I still don't like Denzel Perryman being a Raider.
No,
I
that
really
one
don't.
bothers
me.
me.
I think that was a big mistake.
I have his jersey. It's collecting dust in the back of my office. I'm just going to leave it there.
But yeah, the rest of them.
Yeah. Well, it'll be a big fight. It'll be tough. It'll be in Vegas. So it'll be a good redemption.
I want to see how we turn out on this one. That's what I'm curious about.
Oh,
the fan turnout on this bad boy. With how bad the Raiders are playing and the way we're traveling this season.
They've won back-to-back walk-off victories the last 2 weeks. So there might be a little bit of juice in there.
Again, we're not saying it's going to be an easy game, but
I just mean from a fan base perspective.
I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
They're pretty delusional. So you give them a couple wins and God knows what
they're Super Bowl bound.
They think they're Super Bowl bound.
Playoffs.
They're ready to extend Derek Carr.
Either way, those that are going, please be safe.
Yes.
I mean, it's one thing to be in Vegas. It's another thing to be in Vegas and with other Raider fans, and who knows what could possibly happen.
And if you see the Brisket Broads, help protect
them at all costs.
They're a national treasure.
At all
They're a
costs.
national treasure, yeah.
Melanie, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Friar Bolt, who asked the question.
It wasn't pretty, but it was a win. Personally, I don't care if you win by 1 point and it's ugly, or you blow a team out by 50 and then end the day. It's dub in my book. Our social media QB made an epic come-from-behind win. Our defense locked down when it was needed most, and Big Balls Staley made the decision we all hope he would. Did I almost die of a heart attack? You bet your ass I did. But I would have rather gone down like that than lost in overtime. Now it's time for the Raiders and their crybaby QB to get their ass kicked in round 2. What is your guys' prediction for the rest of the season? Do you think this is a win that catapults us into the playoffs? Bolt up, the Raiders. Love you, bye.
Sexy baby voice strikes again. Always good.
Always with Friar Bolt. All right. So prediction for the rest of the season.
High five?
5 dubs?
Yep.
Yeah, I think so.
The one thing that I've seen a lot of Dolphins because I've been rooting for them to lose every week, and they're playing really well.
Yeah.
So if we can get Joey back by then and Mike Wills back, that's going to be a different game. But if we're kind of hobbled, that's the one that I'm the most worried about after watching pretty much all these teams play.
Yeah, Colts, Rams, Broncos, you got to beat those type of teams if you're going to be in the playoffs. So I mean, you have to finish the season with 3 dubs.
Right.
So this week is big. If you can beat the Raiders, you go to 7-5. You're going to take 1 of 2 from the Dolphins, Titans. Those are both good teams. Like obviously you want to beat both, but if you can take 1 of 2, both home games too. So
yeah,
man, it's the schedule sets up here
better
for
on
us
the
to
road.
finish.
Which ones of these are road games? Because we play better on the road. It's just the facts. We got
the Raiders, Colts, Broncos.
Raiders, Colts, Broncos. You could pretty much put those in the bag because they play so much better on the road this year. The other ones, the home games, I don't know what it is. Like when I go to a home game, I've been to one victory at home. Yeah, I'm not going anymore. I swear to God, I'm done. I'm done for the year.
I swear to God.
I swear to God.
I'm not going to any more games, home games this year. I won't do it. I'll do it for you guys.
I'll go without you.
Okay, it's fine. Just take your wife. She's lucky.
She is.
She is lucky. All right. Well, I'll go shamelessly positive and say we win it out, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. I like that better. Change my answer.
Yeah, I'm changing answer. 6-0.
6-0.
We started out the season going 17-0, and then
right
6-0, undefeated last 6 games. That's a
6-game winning streak coming in hot
on that. Such a freaking high.
That'd be like the 5th seed. That'd be like the 4th or 5th seed.
Come on,
easy.
12-5
all day.
Come on,
all day,
every day.
Done.
Come on,
day. Put it in the books
today.
Come on. Friar Bolt, thank you for asking the question. Let's move on now to Kanyeezy 1785, who asked the question. Well, I was in my tent perfecting my waxing technique when I turned to my left and hear the gods tell me Staleys going for it. He's going for the win. I immediately dropped everything, even my clothes. Tell me, I ran to the TV and see Everett catching the ball for the win. I know I've been the voice of negativity, but you know what, bro chachos? Everyone knows the issues with this team, and it's just beating a crushed coconut when I bring it up over and over again. Time to be positive. 50% chance of making the playoffs. It's in our own hands, baby. Bosa comes back later this season. Mike, if we make the playoffs like the Padres did, why not us? Bolt up. Okay, time to go back to perfecting my waxing technique. Ride safe, bro, chacho. Love you, bye. And how could I forget? The Raiders.
Well, welcome back to the positivity, man.
Yeah,
we missed you there.
Easy.
You got it out of your system. I get it.
Sure.
But yeah, at this point, it's like, this is who we are. This is what we got. Let's get on board and see where this wave takes us, huh?
Let's win the Super Bowl with the 2-point conversion.
Right.
That's who we are.
We have practice now.
Crushing coconuts.
Let's embrace it.
The coconuts are crushed.
You don't crush the coconut. You put the lime in the coconut.
And then you shake it all about.
Yeah. Shake it all. Shake it all about.
Do the hokey pokey. Turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Activate your brain. You're losing it, dude.
Stay on target. Kanyeezy.
It made total sense when I said it.
The lime in the coconut. Shake it all about.
My buffer's so much better.
In
usually.
the coconut and shake it all about.
Do the hokey pokey and turn yourself around. That's what it's all about.
Oh, my sweet older brother's dying.
I love it.
You're watching it live. You might.
It's happening.
Sad tweet
now.
about me tomorrow. We'll
the call is coming from inside the house.
We'll release the episode still, so you guys.
In honor of in memoriam.
Let's move it on now to Landon Sumner, who asked the question. Hot diggity fucking dog. That ending was crazier than a bunny rabbit in a blender on Easter.
Oh my God.
Shit.
I'm going to keep it short because I've seen paragraphs and paragraphs of submissions, and I feel bad when some fucking dickhead asks Bulldog to sing a 12-minute song in a Marge Simpson voice. Anyways, here's Wonderwall singing the highest Freddie Mercury note. I'm just kidding. A PSA to all the Charger fans and football fans in general is listen to local and fan-made podcasts. These silly boys on ESPN only say things to get ratings and know very little about anything that actually happens in games. That's how you get clowns like Sam Acholi shit. You suck at playing football and commentating on it, saying dipshit things like Herbert is a social media quarterback. Even for general news, listen to other team podcasts as it helps the small business people make a buck as opposed to the billionaire Disney overlords. Seriously, go listen to the Cardinals podcast after this. They're so mad it's hilarious. Anyways, my question is, are we even a teensy tiny little bit kind of worried about Josh Jacobs? I mean, I'm not worried, but like 300 total yards is it's kind of good, I guess. I mean, what am I saying? Fuck the Ray turds. Love you, bye. All right. Bunny rabbit in a blender on Easter.
Landon, you outdid yourself on this one.
All right. Awesome. So we've talked about Nacho a lot, but after hearing this, it kind of like put it together. Justin Herbert's not a social media quarterback. Nacho is a social media analyst. Maybe the only thing he's seeing is Justin Herbert on social media because he doesn't watch any of the freaking games.
Yeah.
Could this be
the
case?
Sounds right.
Yeah.
Sounds
watching
correct.
the Chargers social media so much, he's like, well, he must be.
Well, this guy's a social media quarterback because I'm not going to take the time to watch a game.
Yeah.
I don't even like football.
It's so crazy.
I'm not
it
even
just
good
might
at it.
Work.
It's a brilliant idea too. I haven't done that because we've had people do that to our podcast on YouTube where people will listen to us after we beat
After
their
a loss.
team.
Oh, yeah.
And they
Oh.
talk so much shit.
Yeah.
I haven't done it, but I'd imagine
it's pretty fun.
Kind
I'm
of
sure.
a good time.
Yeah, to hear them just suffering about their team losing.
Yeah.
It's got to feel good.
It sounds cool. Maybe I'll try
I don't
that.
think we give many people the satisfaction because we are bummed out,
Yeah,
but we
we're
stay
too
shamelessly positive.
Yeah. They probably That's why they turn us off and throw a hateful comment.
Like they're not pissed.
They're not mad enough.
They're not trying to hang anyone. What's going on?
And are we even a teensy tiny little bit kind of worried about Josh Jacobs?
They'll probably give up 300. It'll be fine. We'll still win.
They'll probably give up 300.
He'll probably give up
25.
600. It'll be
Could
fine.
happen. 100 yards passing. It'll be fine.
Did you say shit happens?
Shit happens.
Give up 400 yards. Shit happens.
It's the Staley system. Shit happens.
Shit
I mean,
happens. Doesn't mean we're not going to win.
You want us to be perfect? No, shit happens.
No.
Pick it up.
Perfection's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah. W.
You guys just don't like my comedy tonight. I thought that was pretty good. It's not a real saying. I know.
But
people in glass houses shouldn't run 300 yards.
The coconut.
It's worth two in the bush.
Michael's awesome.
Landon Sumner, thank you for not making me sing a 12-minute song in a Marge Simpson
Dude,
voice. I really
Wonderwall,
appreciate
come on,
that.
let's go.
Let's move it on now to Danny Lags, who
Yeah.
asked the question. Hey, yo, Young Bucks. Shout out to Mr. Bitches for being number one in our fantasy football league. Derwin, thank you. Question, Coach, what do you think we need to adjust to sweep the Broncos and the Raiders?
Good question.
That's my best Kevin and Thunder Rally voice.
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. Don't know about that. What do we need to do, Coach? Sweep the Broncos and the Raiders.
Stop running the ball. I think give up on the running game, to be honest. Like throw the ball 50 times, which is weird for me to say. I think that's just such an untraditional approach to football.
Mm-hmm.
But I think our running game, like I said, has to be the short passes. We run so many screens and so many little leak out to the running backs that's your running game. Because we just don't have it for whatever reason. So I think you commit fully to this passing game, get Mike Will back healthy. Joey Bosa should be back for the Broncos game, which is huge. And then, yeah, you make teams beat you with what they're not good at. So put the ball in Derek Carr's hands. Like, let that guy try to beat us because, Josh Jacobs, yeah, he's going to run the ball. He's going to have some yards. But we need to be able to guess better. Get Derwin in the box more. When you think it's going to be a run, bring that guy to the line of scrimmage and let him come and hope that our guys can hold up. I don't think our DBs are bad. I think running man here and there and testing them and just hope. I don't know. I don't think Derek Carr can be that accurate that if you're running man and you're close, you got to put that ball on the money. And then against the Broncos, man, you just got to score. You score 20 points, you're good.
Mm-hmm.
So throw the ball all over the place, catch them. Since we saw them, they no longer have Bradley Chubb. They're a shell of a team right now. They're yelling at each other. Russell Wilson and defensive linemen are screaming.
At one point, they only had 3 points. I think it was in the fourth quarter. The Broncos had only kicked a field goal. That was it. And that's when defensive linemen were yelling at let's rest.
At Russ.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. Danny Lags, thank you for asking the question. Let's move it on now to Dead Bolt, who asked the question. That game was more exhilarating since a fresh car battery and a shiny set of nipple clamps. Yes, my woolly friends in the first quarter. I must confess to having soiled my lederhosen with a few, let's just call them unwelcome chocolate strudels. It was quite repulsive, and I had to cleanse myself vigorously before I felt purified. But then, right before halftime, Kyler Murray scampered into the end zone like a frisky midget, and I soiled myself again. The stench became so vile that I had to pucker my balloon knot while my spirit plunged into a pit of despair. But this Charger team has the resilience of an insatiable fiend. It has a way of blending agony with ecstasy, pleasure with pain. It seduces us while making us suffer, much like a wicked mistress holding a delicate feather in one hand and a leather whip in the other. So I embrace the torment and refuse to give up. And I'm glad I didn't. Because our fourth quarter defense exposed that mischievous toddler of a quarterback for a pest.
Kevin's dying. Here it is.
Exposed. And I'm glad I didn't, because our fourth quarter defense exposed that mischievous toddler of a quarterback for the pesky vermin we all know he is. And vermin, my friends, must be exterminated.
Oh, God. The German voice with exterminated.
Oh, yes. The misery on his tiny, beady-eyed face flooded me with a perverse satisfaction. I haven't seen such bottom energy since the Dusseldorf Gimp convention. It was glorious. After I recovered from my euphoric state, I was left with only one throbbing question. Why did it take so long for our defense to assert its dominance? K love you, bye, you kinky bastards. Whoops, I'm so used to going out.
Oh my God.
That one almost killed Kev.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
That one almost took him out.
Oh, shit. I'm not well.
I'm not okay.
I'm not okay. Sorry. You literally. Oh, I can't hear anything.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, my jaw hurts.
Oh my God, you bastard.
The toddler of a quarterback just, I have this vision of my 3-year-old son out there with like a frisky midget. And it looks like, that's what I would imagine Franklin looking like out there with his little feet going as fast as they can. It looks like Kyler Murray.
Looks like Kyler Murray runs like Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, oh man.
Feather in one hand, whip in the other is a Charger fan.
Is there a question in there?
Why did it take so long for our defense to assert its dominance?
Oh man. I'll try to answer through the giggles of these guys rereading
No, go for
the
it.
script. I think it just got to the point where we knew that they were going to try to bleed the clock, and we sold out for the run, even though we don't we do that.
Okay.
And maybe a little bit was like heart too. The guys like, we got to step up and start playing some football. Let's go make big plays.
Play some football.
It seemed like our D-line were winning. They were like defeating blocks a little bit better there at the end. It wasn't just like we blitzed everyone and we had everyone at the line. It just felt like we were starting to maybe wear them. They were getting tired from running the ball so much.
I'm listening, Kyle.
No, it's okay. It's okay. It's just hard.
I can't stop imagining everything that was in that question. Great answer, Kyle.
It was great.
No one heard it.
I do want to say Braden Fajoko had
What do you want to say? Put the lime in the coconut?
And didn't you just shake it all around?
Shake it all
Braden
around.
Fajoko.
Shake it all around, do the hokey pokey. No, but Braden had a couple great tackles in that game. It wasn't the fourth quarter, but he's playing very high quality football right now.
For you, it's like Justin Herbert, Braden Fajoko right here.
Yeah.
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 I can't
Kevin's
recover from
high.
this.
You're like high after that, laughing so much.
I don't
crying.
feel sick anymore. You dislodged everything that was in my chest.
See?
I feel like
Good.
This is medicinal.
This is good for you.
medicine. Give
All
daddy's
right.
medicine.
Laughter. Come up with another
FDA approved.
Oh.
laughter. It's in the eye of the beholder.
Laughter. It's what you make of it. Okay.
Deadbolt. Thank you.
We need to have like a wall of
Hall of
like,
Fame.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore of this is right next to Kickman right now. Kickman just might have been dethroned.
There was one hoo-ah, like I forgot what it was. Oh shit.
It was
we gotta go back.
Mr. Defense or Defense Huge. who did
Dr.
the,
Defense Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Deadbolt. We're
There's some
saving
good
this.
ones.
This needs
That
we need
goes
to
up
turn this
there,
into
though.
a short film. We got to do something. We had this too good not to do something with this. We need to find a way to do something.
Sure.
I don't know if there's a lot of laughing that went on in that. I don't know how
No,
much.
we'll fully produce it from scratch. This might be a
Oh,
full
okay.
short film.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
All right.
I might have
I look
to
forward to
put
that
a lot
in
of
the
time and
future.
energy and time away from my family
Bottom
to make
energy?
this a reality. A lot of bottom energy. Oh God.
All right.
Dusseldorf Gimp Convention.
All right. Deadbolt, God bless you. And thank you for asking the
Hope we
question.
answered your throbbing question. I tried. These two buttholes were not trying at all. I did my
tried
best to
so
answer
hard
your
not to stop
throbbing
laughing.
question.
Right. Let's go out of Ask Boltfam with our old favorite Jeeves,
Oh, no.
Silent T. Kevin's gonna use it.
who asked the question.
Oh God.
What's up, CC gang? Oh, where's my inhaler? Oh, well, I'm okay for now. Oh, sorry. You see that game? Duh, of course you did. We have a pulse. The team is gonna be the death of us all. According to my calculations, being a Chargers fan takes at least 15 years off your life. It's true. I've done the extensive research. God, where's my blasted inhaler? Okay, now for the good news. Happy belated Victory Monday. And happy Raiders week. Man, where's my fucking asthma being such a bitch right now? Where the is my inhaler? Sorry for the language, but I'm dying, man. So apparently I don't have much time left, so let me ask you something. I know we only do hard-hitting and real questions on the podcast. So, start, bench, cut, turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, go! My inhaler, I found it. No, it's empty. Good, this is it, boys. We always remember, get by your f***ing D. Stay silent. Oh, yeah. And the Raiders kill you by.
Oh my God. I'm sweating.
Jeeves didn't know that this scenario was actually happening to Kevin this entire episode. He was fighting off of death this whole time.
I think we both were.
I'm really curious how I'm going to feel tomorrow morning. I feel like I set myself back tonight, guys.
No, come on. You cleared the air passages. You coughed stuff up.
There's some strain.
Yeah.
Better
right
out than in,
here.
I always say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was, but also performance. Adam.
Yeah, great performance.
Well, I give it my all.
There you go.
Yeah,
It's your
you did
award.
good.
Whether I stop it. All right. Question at hand. It's very important. Start, bench, cut, turkey, stuffing, mashed potatoes, go.
All right, on one, what would you cut? Or on three, On one. What do you cut?
Okay, let's do it.
One,
am I rubbing
two.
off on you?
You are.
All
On
right.
one.
What are we doing?
Three.
Cutting?
What? Yeah. What are you cutting? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Stuffing.
Turkey.
Stuffing. How can you cut turkey?
The f*** is wrong with you?
What are you eating? A meal of mashed
Mom
potatoes
has
and
the
stuffing?
best stuffing,
Potatoes.
but guess what? I haven't had mom's stuffing in like 10 years, so I forgot what it tastes like. So it's turkey. I knew you were coming at me with that. I saw the look in your eye.
Okay. Why don't you cook more? Why don't you cook turkey year round then?
I have turkey sandwiches all the time. Subway, number
the time.
1.
It's not
Toasted.
the same. You know what I mean.
Provolone.
Anyway,
Banana peppers.
that was what we're cutting.
Pickles,
So,
jalapeno.
Okay.
We have different opinions.
Yeah.
Benching.
What are the other benching? Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Turkey.
Potatoes.
Stuffing. What did Kevin
That's
say?
why this
Nothing?
podcast.
Did Kevin say something?
Turkey.
We're all different.
Give me that
answers,
mashed
huh?
potato.
That's why this
gravy all
podcast
day
is
long.
amazing. We are all differing opinions.
All right, start. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Mashed
Turkey.
potatoes.
Potatoes. Wait, what did I do wrong?
Me? No,
What
you
did I
didn't.
do
No, I did it
wrong?
right.
didn't do
Sorry,
anything
my
wrong.
brain just
Yeah, you're
really walked back on
You're
itself.
fine. We both agree on the top like part of the meal.
Yeah.
We just have differing second and thirds.
Yeah.
Adam
You're
and I
more of a
don't
side
see it
guy.
eye to eye in any way.
You don't like
we're-
protein
we're-
at all.
Yeah.
We're opposites here.
Yeah. I mean, it's not to say that I don't enjoy I've not been a big stuffing fan. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I know there's
You
a
need
lot
to
of
have- you need
stuffing
to have
advocates
cat.
out there.
Cat stuffing is next level.
It's really good. Yeah.
I thought
okay,
you
though.
said cat stuffing, and I was like,
Calf.
wait a minute.
Kathy.
I have 2
Kathy.
cats.
My
I am
mama.
not eating a cat stuffing.
Yeah.
No. My mom.
Mama.
All right. Well, there you go, Jeeves. Thank you for asking the question, and thank you all for
That
making
game was
this.
a roller coaster. This fucking episode was a roller coaster.
This was
I
a
am that
marathon.
end of that killed me. How am I gonna go to sleep now? It's 1:15 in the morning now. I'm all
Yep.
jacked up.
Hey, you know what you could do? You put the lime in the coconut.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wake all my
And you
kids up.
go to
We're
bed.
gonna hokey pokey our way through this fucking place.
You go to bed. Hokey pokey around your.
Everybody wake up. Dad's got an idea.
Dad's got
Dad's
a
got a
lime and a
hokey pokey.
coconut. He's going to make something happen.
Start dancing.
Start it. All right, we need to shut this off.
All right. Well, if you've made it this far into
Probably
the episode,
Thank you.
you've got to be my mom and dad. So, mom and dad, I love you. And that's going to do it for Charge or Chat. Any final thoughts there, gentlemen?
No, none.
I love you guys.
But you have all of my thoughts.
Thoughts and prayers. I hope
All
I make
right.
it.
T's and P's.
T's and P's to
Wow.
everybody that made it this far. Don't forget to bolt up because we're ready for any squad, any place.
Love you. Bye.
Okay, love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye.
And now, a word from our sponsors.
The 2022 Dusseldorf Gimp convention is going on right now. Come join in the festivities. We have panels for every Gimp enthusiast, costume making, how to train your Gimp in 7 easy steps, and so much more. Visit the meet and greet room to get autographs from your favorite Gimps, like Emmerich Baumann, Dietmar Pfeiffer, and this year's guest of honor, Kyler Murray. Don't wait, unless it brings you pleasure, because you might miss out on the 2022 Dusseldorf Gimp Convention.